never
monologues,
seen.
son.
I never seen dreads. So sorry. It's like you got slick back hair, but then you got dreads. How you did that?
That's my ancestors.
She laid her growth down, made a ponytail.
You see, like,
Yo, I didn't know y'all make edges. I didn't know that.
oh well, yeah. Just like y'all make a beard, it's the same.
Why y'all keep doing that?
Him. I
Yeah.
showed you the pictures of the people without those beards. They were hideous.
Where'd you show me that?
I think I tagged you in it.
That was AI though.
It's the same though. That's exactly how they would look. I'm pretty sure it was spot on.
So you think beards are the same thing as lashes and all that?
Yes, we know that.
Okay. Explain how they grow out your face and lashes don't. Is that a stark difference?
But sometimes y'all can't grow it. And then it's not even about growing it. It's about what you would look like if you couldn't grow it. That's the question.
So you mad at niggas that can grow a beard and wear it?
And no, but I'm just saying, don't
Niggas
ask
is are you
because
saying niggas with beards is catfishing?
in a sense, because you may not always have that beard.
Why? The beard don't fall off, the hair does on the head.
I don't know. I feel like you could go bald too down there. I don't know.
I never seen a nigga go bald with his beard. I ain't gonna lie.
But I don't know.
You seen that before?
No.
So you just saying it to win the fight we having? Okay. I'll fuck with it.
That's what it's YouTube. That's what y'all be doing.
Y'all. Let's get it, man.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls. When it's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives. Women, ladies, put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ HAMP gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. Relationships, kids, new women just want, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge, yeah. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. When women's POV, I need a word with my girls. When women's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel. The most women's POV. We in the building. Salute to my brother Tokyo Fo for putting together that fabulous introduction. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Make sure y'all want to get with him. Y'all obviously got my email. I'll make sure he put his email in the chat. You know what I mean? If you're interested in any type of tune, he wrote that and all that. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of talent around these parts. Son Kiss, Shalom. Salute. That's interesting. Let me see. AC. Oh, salute the AC in the building. Britt in the building. Quincy was popping. Mel, salute. You already know. Lady Quantum, good morning. Good to see you. I got my brother Quincy
Mm-hmm.
already. Let me see. Foe in the building. Once again, get with Foe if you want some of that. You know what I mean? He cooked that up for us, man. Black America, salute, salute. Nathaniel, Shalom was good. Good to see you. Nightbot behaving, that's always a blessing. Fat Boy was popping. Good to see you. Placido was goody. Salute. Queen T in the building. I like it. I like it. Who this? Shan was good, kid. Good to see you, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sporty, what up? Hit the like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hold on, let me change this style. I think I like this one better. It's the one I use. Yeah, that's better. JT was good. Curtis in the building, man. Let's get it, man. Daily, salute, salute, salute. Make sure y'all tune in on Thursday to Money Talk with Daily and Obstacles. A lot of gems being dropped in the Discord. Please join. Proverbs 31. Y'all know what that is? What's the gist? What does it mean to be a Proverbs 31 woman? What's your organic thought when you hear it?
A wife of a certain character.
A wife of a certain character. Okay, okay, okay. Good character?
Good character, noble character.
Okay, okay. We can add on to that. Yeah, you don't have to have the all encompassing answer, but I think that's a fair start. A wife of noble character. Okay, okay. I can get jiggy with that. Anybody else got an addition to what Rebecca had offered so far?
Um, well, after Bible study, I would say virtue and like femininity.
Hmm.
Just like not like just being soft and
Hmm.
being like softness.
Mo Love, what's up? Lex, what's up? Now, femininity has been hard to define since I've been on the internet. How would one define femininity? Clips was good. It's a broadcast.
Well,
How
I
would
believe
one define femininity? Go ahead, White School.
it's definitely the posture of a woman in her true nature, which is to nurture, which is to multiply, which she has children. She grows things around her. She's beneficial for her family, her community, and yeah, just basically an all-encompassing woman that shows her essence and people can learn, grow, and benefit from her nurture. Yeah.
How? Okay. How does that femininity? Because I understand the qualities. Tell me about how that femininity resonates to her man more directly.
It relates to her man because they're totally different, right? They're equal in value, but totally different in purpose. Definitely the man to her, I heard it explained one time, which I really love, that the man that she gets the man to connect his head to his heart. And for the opposite, the man connects the woman's heart to her head. So like the regulation and the balancing out of one another, the need and how they just balance one another out, like normal relationship
Tell
at the
me more
basis of
femininity aspect though.
it. I think the woman offers the man insight. He offers her man support. We would like to see more stories of that. It seems like the men don't have a safe space, but his woman should be that for him. His wife, sorry, as we're talking about props and woman, his wife should be that for him. She should be his lover, romance, um, have fun, a good like a confidant, somebody that he can bounce ideas off to, and ultimately feel that you know that's the completion having her is the completion of his masculinity. Like, he is a masculine man on his own, but a woman does help define that too, because if you're not with a woman, you're kind of like, if you're going with a man, like you ain't, you're masculine in that way. So she kind of helps define that other part of his masculinity. Or elevates it, sorry.
So a woman makes a man more masculine, or does we just know he ain't gay?
I think it makes him more masculine because before, like, he's living for himself, he's in his purpose, but when he's giving that, if he's giving his all to somebody, now he's like motivated even more to push and build. He said, I have this, I have to look towards my family. I got my wife, I got my children. I want to build more legacy. So now he's putting that purpose to, his wife, his children, so it drives him more.
Okay, so you're saying he has those people he's responsible for, so that provision protecting exponentially increases, which is a part of masculinity.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I understand. I understand your breakdown. Any additions? Right. Just to the Proverbs 31, and I was trying to understand femininity. Does anybody else have anything else regarding either femininity specifically or the Proverbs 31 aspect?
Submissive. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, who was that?
Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Well, just real quick, I wanted to add to femininity. I think that we missed the dutiful piece. Like, I think that's a part of him being, or him having the safe space, him having as peace. I think the duties in the femininity gets lost in the conversation. So I just wanted to add that in terms of that and the, I forgot what else you said, but it'll come back to me. Go ahead, Becca.
Okay, so the woman is to be dutiful to even more thoroughly define femininity.
Yeah, in support of your man. Yes, as a wife. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Becca.
Submissive under his covering.
What does that mean? How do you put it in layman's terms? Does she have sex 6 days a week if he wants to?
Yes.
7 days?
Yes. 8 days if it was an 8-day week.
What if you tell her to shut up? Will she shut up?
Yes.
Probably, but
yes.
What you think, Ari? That nigga say, "Hey, Ari, shut up, please."
Oh, you what did you say? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
No, I ain't saying.
Huh?
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I asked Ari. I use Ari as an example. Let's say Ari and Ari and I on some huggy bear shit. We going back and forth. I'm like, hey, man, do me a favor, shut up.
She said no.
What do you think, Ari? What's your response?
No, I'm not shutting up. You don't tell nobody to shut up.
Okay. What if it was a more diplomatic way, right? There's a back and forth happening, right? You start to get a little belligerent. I say, hey, you need to check yourself.
Okay, yeah, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay. So you could ask me to be quiet, please.
I'm not asking, though. Check yourself.
Yeah.
So I need permission for her to be quiet. Okay.
No.
So let me ask, does that make Ari more or less feminine?
Less.
Or does it speak to her femininity at all? And we're saying Ari, right? But this is our right?
Just like if somebody is,
because how she feels about it is, I would argue, the majority. So she ain't alone in this sentiment, right? What were you saying, Rebecca?
No, she's not alone in it, but it does. You're slow. Like as a submissive woman, you're a feminine woman. You're slow to anger, quick to understand. And there's a way of going about things without, even if the person, the man that you're dealing with, isn't going about it how you feel he should go about it. You can calm that energy that he has down in the way that you speak and how you carry yourself. If somebody's up here and you're still down here, do they stay up here? Most of the time they don't.
So I am that type of female who always, I don't really get off of two too much. People always like say that about me, like you always on two. No matter if the world and the uproar around you, you still always like at this baseline of like level two. But no, you can't tell me to shut up. That's just
Hey, Ari, what if we out, right? And we in an environment, the environment becomes unsafe. You feel what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And shit happening, and then we talk. I say, yo, shut the fuck up and get in the car. What happens then? It's a broadcast, Ari.
I ignore you.
While the environment's unsafe,
Yeah, cause don't tell. Is you still just don't tell me to shut the f up, and like I'm not. I ain't.
you've been in unsafe environments where it's going down,
And I
and you.
still be on two.
Mhm.
And you just can't talk to me like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, 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 okay. So she's saying, regardless of set or setting, the delivery matters.
Matters the most.
And
But if
now,
he was only being human in that moment and your life was at risk or whatever, and he kind of like saved your life and he apologizes later, it's like, well, I didn't mean to do it. I was just trying to get you out of harm's way. And that was just his first words of choice. Would you really charge it to his heart like that, or just in the moment? Because sometimes people act in the moment. It's not really what they feel.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but this might not be our first time hanging out, so I probably would know this person by now to know how they may react in different moments or at that time. So when it happens at that time, I might know, like, okay, well, it's only going down like this because we're in this type of environment or this is happening. So this is how such and such is reacting. But if this is constantly, your attitude or whatever the case is?
I've seen this, Ari. I've seen it, the environment become unsafe. And there was like women with women that, so like there was one woman that was actually had a real association, and she brought her friends, right? You know how that work, right? Like, yo, I'm about to meet this dude. He got his friends with him. Y'all want to come with me, right? Or like maybe they've been dating and she bring her friends, right? Y'all been in that environment, that type of situation before, right? Two of his mans and all that. Yeah, go to a bar, whatever case. And it became unsafe. And the women that didn't know the men shut the fuck up and got in the car.
Well, I don't say too much anyway. I'm not really a yapper.
Yeah.
So 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna have to tell me to shut up. I might have to tell you let's go because I'm already being aware of my surroundings. I'm already looking around and I'm watching. I'm very more observant. Usually, if I'm in a room full of people, I'm not the talker.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
really. I might have to tell y'all shut the fuck up and let's go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But as far as like yapping or no, I'm moving swiftly and I ain't saying too much.
Yeah.
And
So
always.
be vigilant in that situation. Okay.
Hmm.
What you think, Dr. G? Maybe, maybe about what Ari and I are talking about, but we are exploring the femininity aspects and how it manifests. That's one facet of it. You know what I mean? It's the delivery of the information. And if the delivery is what a woman may deem unwarranted, then the information can be disregarded. Right?
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what we were kind of mining through, right?
Yeah, yeah. In the scenario that you propose, it wouldn't be a question for me. I'm gonna get the fuck in the car and we can handle how you said it later. But I'm a move with precision and expedience, right? Particularly if you're somebody who does not talk like that. You know what I mean? This is not your everyday lingo. And all of a sudden you're like, Well, I'm moving to it. And if it's an issue, then we'll just discuss it later. But I'm not going to stand on um, my laurels in the face of perceived danger. You know, that's
Hey,
just how I
y'all,
feel about that scenario.
yeah, 100%. I think I understand that, and I think even Ari kind of saying that one, she not
Hmm.
even belligerent or over talking in the first place,
Yeah.
and she thinking the shut the fuck up don't pertain to me because I ain't talking, but to get the fuck in the car does, and I'm watching too, so I was probably heading there anyway, right?
Right.
And if I'm with the right niggas who understand this environment, if he say get in the car, I should probably get in the car because these aren't niggas that get frightened easily, right?
Yeah.
They more so
Yeah.
understand the landscape. You know what I mean? And bullets and shit don't got no name on them, right? So I think we
Right.
understand that very well.
Yeah.
Y'all do me a favor, stay out the chat. I know that we assume we can multitask, and I think we do good, but not great while multitasking. You know, and there's a lot being said, so I just want to make sure we grasp it all. So, what do you think about the Proverbs 31 aspect?
Um, so I think the first thing that was said was virtues. What I didn't hear was a devotion to God.
Okay.
And so I want to add that for sure.
Hmm.
Um, the other part that I've heard many of the ladies mention was the wife, right? The wife or the duty of the wife. How does that show up for a single woman? Is a single woman not to be a virtuous woman? Is she not a proverb woman? Are we only speaking about women who have the
No,
you
no.
know?
Let me just say, now we're speaking about women and the disposition of women, right?
Mhm.
Because in
Mhm.
order for you to be looked at as a wife, you have to be showing these characteristics,
Mhm.
right? And so
Yeah.
I think that this should apply. You know, I think there's levels to it in which you'll
Mhm.
see in real time when she's connected to a man,
Right.
but there should be a general sentiment regarding that woman, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, things that Wife School mentioned, Rebecca mentioned, you know, just like even the poise or the countenance of a woman who has Proverbs 31 attributes, you should be able to see it, you know?
Right.
Right.
So I think that's a great clarifying question because ain't nobody exempt from these characteristics and traits, you know? Um, the femininity thing gets me, but I don't want to harken there too long, you
Mhm.
know,
Thank
because
you.
I
Thank you, brother.
still,
Thank you.
it's such an interesting because the men will say this, right? We know it when we see it, and then the women say, "Get the fuck out of here." But it's hard to articulate it, right? But it's literally it's like a vibrational aspect to it.
And
Mm-hmm.
energy. Dare you say the word energy?
That's a vibration.
Well, yeah, but you didn't say energy.
Well, because y'all start thinking about crystals and burning shit,
See?
so I gotta be very careful with my
No.
words.
And no, it would just give it,
No.
aura.
Giving gay,
Giving.
but so like we was out right. It was me, C, Cheeky, Granny, Omar was somewhere. He was coming to meet something, and then Fantastic, right? And it's all of us, right? And it's just C, but you know we like family. But C always got this like this even countenance. You know what I'm saying? Even us, and we family. She could yell if she want. It's us. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But it's always like this though, right? And we laughing and joking and all that. So that's included in it, you know? But even like knowing when to walk through the door, right? Knowing how to stop and the men open. Like there's a whole lot that goes into a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Mhm.
why I'm saying countenance. It's the movement that really resonates, right? Another motherfucker can talk you to death, you know? So I get interested in the femininity definition conversation. Anything else on the Proverbs 31 specifically that we need to understand?
So I wanted to add something.
Yeah.
So I this is talked about a lot, and we often hear women say this is like who we aspire to be. But my understanding of it is that um, there's not going to be many women like this. You won't find them often. You can't push women to try to be this. You can't try to say that this is the goal. It's intended to be not many women that are like this. That's why the requirements and the standards are so high and it seems so demanding, because it's not intended for it to be everyone. And
See,
I
question.
just,
Can she still be a wife and not meet this criteria?
absolutely, absolutely.
Mm,
Yeah.
damn. Are you saying
Yeah.
something? Oh, like I said. um,
Because for it to be rare, for it to be rare, like that means that many there you won't find many people that will meet this, many women that meet it. That's just not going to happen. But it also says, if you read through it, it says many have done well, but you have
Yeah.
exceeded them all. So there's still
Mhm.
women that are wives that have done, that'll be pleasing to their husbands, pleasing to God, but they will not be the Proverbs 31 woman.
okay.
There may be areas that they don't embody. There may be certain areas where they lack, but that doesn't mean that they're not a good woman, and it doesn't mean that they're not capable of being a wife.
Yeah, that's why we
Mm,
have mentors and people that are already seasoned, married people. So you look to them. Like if you're young and getting married, and there's certain things that, like, Miss Ari said, well, I ain't doing that. So sometimes people have to learn, even though they're a good person, they just may have that little, like you said, that little thing. So I may look to Miss C. Okay, I like how she does it. I notice how she did that. So I want to do it too. So now I become better, in marriage. And that's what you're supposed to do. The older woman is supposed to teach the younger woman. And that's where that's room for growth, for the virtuous woman,
pursuant to
to be a
Jude, right?
mentor.
I mean,
Mhm.
pursuant to. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, because I was thinking like when they was speaking about how it's like this defined person and it's not a lot of people that are going to fit the characteristics. I feel like it goes with with the quote like the pursuit of happiness. Like, yeah, we're gonna pursue it, but even if I don't even know if we're like, I'm not gonna say we're not meant to be it, but it's like we gotta just keep on going to try to like be there. So it's like a
Mhm.
continuous thing. Like you really may not ever be it, but don't stop, showing those characteristics or trying to pursue to
Yeah.
be like.
Yeah, pursuant to Titus 2 is kind of what wife school is referencing. And I
Hmm.
think you can definitely learn. Yo, I was so we got this new boxing coach, right? And so everything that he said do, I was already doing, right? And being successful. But there were a couple of things I couldn't land because I wasn't keeping enough distance, right? But all the other heavyweights are taller than me, so I have to get inside. Does that make sense? Right? Just understanding just physics or physical attributes. But he's like, just step back. Like literally, it was one step back, and I like literally was not missing. And it was just like this little tweak.
Hmm.
Now I'm like, somebody gonna die, right? And because I could get in there, but I was smothering myself. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
But I was
Too
kind of
close.
leaping in because I had to. And he's like, no,
Hmm.
just creep in with the same head movement and then just pop your shots from there. And don't worry about what they doing because you moving. So you're not a even target, even though I'm only moving like 1 foot this way, 1 foot that way, 1 foot this way.
Mhm.
And literally, I'm like, somebody gonna die now. Boxing wise. You know? And so I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I'm thinking about real life.
Mhm.
Like literally is like one tweak,
Mhm.
So no, I understand that.
Wow.
Let me read these real quick. This is crazy, bro. Y'all need to start listening to Sherelle snaggle too fast. I know that. Mahogany
Wow.
with the renewal. Salute, salute, salute. Zeke, what up?
What up, buzzin', bird flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
To my aunt Ezekiel Ben Israel, who gifted one. This might be risky membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Hey, we was on Zeke and I was on Lapeef yesterday. It was like a spiritual conversation, and I thought that we was gonna have an opportunity to say who we are. So me and Zeke had all our scripts. We was about to, that shit was about to be, because they would have just been talking. We would have been like this, book, chapter, verse. Book. And y'all know how Zeke read. Zeke read like he need to be reading to children. You know what I'm saying? With the the exclamations and the dramatization, but we ain't get it, man. You know? T leaves with the $5 says HAMP. They be contradicting themselves because they also say they like to be talked to that way. All aggressive and shit. Shaking my head.
Proper context.
Damn. Oh, you talking about this, Dr. G?
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
Perfect. Let's see, right? Because one thing when Saad introduced it, she said, in this landscape, in the world we live in today, right? In 2025, how does this even look, right? And so I said, damn.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Talking about.
So I pulled up a couple clips, right? Because I wanted to explore the landscape. Now, a few of these were sent, and I haven't watched them thoroughly, but I thought they fit. Let's take a look.
I'll never forget the time that I went on a date with this man. And on the date, like long story short, on the date it started raining. All right, we were supposed to go out to eat, and then we was going to give some work pants across the bay in Mobile. We was going across the bay, and it started raining. And you know, when we got to the place, he was like, you know, it's raining. Do you want me to park you at the door, or you know, how you want to do it? And I'm just like, no, you know, it's cool, like whatever. Y'all, why this man stopped at the gas station and got me an umbrella? Yeah. So we could walk in the store and I didn't have to get wet. And when I tell y'all I never talk to that man again, because personally, I just want a nigga that's gonna make me run. That's gonna be like, ready, set, go, run. You know what I'm saying? Like, take off. Like, I don't know. If you stopping to go get an umbrella, it really icks me out. Like, why the fuck would you go get me an umbrella?
And that right there is all you need to know about bitches.
I'll never forget the time that I went on a date with this man.
Do you remember the girl? This was a while ago. She was like, this dude bought me flowers. Why he buying me flowers? Why he want to pick me up? Why he want to open my door? Why he want to drop me off? They think he trying to stalk, see where she live at and all that, right? Where if somebody break in your house, he'll be broker than before he broke in that motherfucker, right? So, but look at her. This is what they saying is out here. This the landscape. Is this hyperbole?
Yes. Like what? I wish you would had not got an umbrella or park me at the door. But Ready, Set, Go, what? Like, that is crazy.
It's unbelievable, actually. I'm like,
she dead ass though.
I know.
Are you sure she ain't clout chasing? Like, people be posting stuff just because they know what the reaction's gonna be. I don't know. Like, it just is giving fake to me.
It is, Rebecca, because Ready, Set, Go.
You can't be
what?
serious.
Right.
You can't be serious, girl.
So y'all think she bullshitting?
No.
It ain't real.
I think she's crazy. If she is, she's insane.
I hope she is. I hope she is.
Well,
but is there a possibility that there are some women, she seemed younger to me, I don't know.
Yeah.
But is there a possibility that there are some women who just simply don't know what a man should be offering them, should be doing for them? They don't understand what that looks like.
But you said some, so I guess we have to say yeah.
Well, oh, right.
Majority of minorities, Dr. G.
Right. Well, let me put it like this. Is there a possibility that there are women who don't know how men should be treating them, whether it be in the majority or the minority? Because it just seems like to me she's just out of sorts with what should be happening. She's like clueless.
Here's
Yeah,
here's what we're missing. Go ahead,
Okay.
Rebecca. Go ahead, Rebecca.
you're right, Dr. G. Based off of like the Discord, what we hear from like the younger gentlemen, they talk about the younger women are like that. Like they, don't want the door being held open. They don't want their car door open. They don't want flowers, all that. So they're out there. So it's not like they're not.
You take this example, right, and make it more realistic to Rebecca's point about what we hear, right? You don't want nobody picking me up, right? And it's for a plethora of reasons, safety and all this other stuff, right? But you know that we've been hearing things like that to where the things that were normally chivalrous, even though the world is safer than it has ever been just based on statistics, now the chivalrous things are like dangerous, right? That's what's been articulated. We had a panel regarding that. You know what I'm saying? Him walking to your car, now he know what your license plate. Like we've heard so many of those things. So for her, if her disposition was to say, "No, I don't want you to do these chivalrous things for whatever the reason is," right? This is a stupid example, but we see those things becoming less in abundance. You know what I mean? Because of what they think it may or may not happen.
I don't know. I still don't believe it. I just don't believe that is happening in mass. I don't know why. I just don't believe that. I think even if you don't, I agree with Dr. G that there might be women that are not accustomed to how they should be treated. But I think that when they do run into someone that treats them that way, I don't think they're turning it away. I think they're more so like, oh, this is the way that things should have been all along. So they're more welcoming to it. I just can't see someone saying like, no, I prefer to walk in the rain. In fact, I'll run. Let's run together. Like I can't like I can't see that young or old because women like to be catered to. So
All right, so we put her in the bathroom.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Put him in the fucking.
Landscape.
In the video display shown, this young father who just came home, man, he was about to lose control when he seen his own son sliding down a pole. His anger and aggression further grew. Then his other son joined in too. 2 words on his mind, lash out. He's slightly smirking before he crashed out. Heart filled with cold venom. He walked over slow, then jumped on a pole with him. Nah, he a dead going. I'm talking bright smile, 360, legs open. Yeah, this is ugly. From aggressive dad to nasty dancer for money. This is heinous and wild. But I know one thing, D-Way to be proud. Cause things changing. What happened to fathers and sons mowing lawns or playing PlayStation? This got it. But who am I to judge? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. In the video display shown.
Landscape. What y'all think?
I'd like to hear from Tay. Coach Tay, what say you?
Baby, I can't even get past that man is swinging on the pole better than some women have. First of all, I've seen it. Okay, listen, that was for real. That was a real person. Y'all kidding me? Is this? Am I being punked? I don't believe it. First of all, the baby swinging like he's Spider-Man. Let's start there. So for what? I just have so many questions. I have way more questions than answers. So right now, I can't take it.
Somebody plays sports though, because they flexible.
Yeah, I think if you leave things out, children are going to be curious. They're going to jump on it. They see things. They're going to emulate it. And then the dad, I don't know, some dads, they play with their children. I don't know, because they're fun dad or whatever. But I think this should have been outside,
No,
something like that context. Like he said, go outside, throw a ball or learn how to fix a fence or something like that. Like practice, but like
on anything else. Doing anything else. Okay. I can't. Let me, because I don't have no children. Let me be quiet.
What y'all think?
If I did.
This the landscape.
The clout chasing landscape, that's what it looks like. Everybody just want to do stuff for the internet, and it's sad.
I'm really outraged right now. That you showed us this. Because what?
Talk your shit. Sorry.
I don't know who. I don't know
shit.
what that man and them children got going on, but that's like little. That's not every day. Ain't no way.
Then that's the minority out here singing on the poles with their sharing.
Yeah, that's definitely the minority.
I think so, but masculinity has been in question, right? Right.
Absolutely.
We have that, right? That we think is despicable, and then we have men of yesteryear. I would argue in today's time are being called toxic because of their masculinity. So what do we do with this microcosm?
I take the
Men,
top.
they tell, hey, Saad, I said, men don't cry from physical pain. I don't give a fuck what it is. Oh, why can't they cry? I guess they can spin on the pole too then. It's a broadcast.
I wouldn't want to be a man.
There's definitely not a need
Never.
for overcorrection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a I think we have a bad habit of, instead of saying that something can be fixed or it needs to be tweaked, like you were just saying, you could tweak something. People like, I'm going all the way to the other extreme. So you say, hey, you shouldn't abuse your children, right? You shouldn't beat them, right? So then they totally forego discipline, and now we're just permissive parents. So there's definitely a balance there, right? But I think the people who have no life experience shouldn't be the ones determining what that looks like.
Anything else? What y'all think? Y'all still saying most men are homosexual?
Who said
No,
that?
I honestly think
See?
biologically, men have lower testosterone than men of previous years, and that is scientifically proven. So the more emotionality, the clap back at women, or I don't know what it is, but I honestly think it's the lower testosterone and how things have been socially engineered with our food, and as we see in the poll play, stuff like that. It's just plays into the lower testosterone.
It's the world. It's the world and the things that we are consuming, other than the physical, as far as food and things like that can change off things and hormones from what they say. But also the things that we're doing and the things that we're allowing and accepting. So because we don't want to make somebody else feel uncomfortable, we're going to say, oh, it's okay, they can do that, that don't mean this, that, and the third. And we don't want to feel judgmental, like, oh yeah, I guess him swinging on the pole don't mean nothing, okay. And so we just zip it until we get amongst other people and we may say how we really feel. But when it comes to Black men, that's another thing. As far as I believe in the demasculation of our Black men has been going on for a long time. So when I heard y'all earlier talking about the Proverbs woman, and I heard some of the things that y'all was saying, but I didn't catch everything. But I know that there's a list, if we're going off Proverbs and what the Bible say about that virtuous woman. Femininity is not in that list, because it does talk about certain things that this woman should have, just like he talks about certain things, not in this same chapter or the book, but just like he puts things out there as far as men, he has put things out there as far as women. But we're so deluded with trying to mix it all. This is what you get. Man swinging on a pole. So, I mean, we have to allow for that and what we have allowed.
Well, it goes back to what Miss Shad said too. She says, not everybody, or whoever said, I am so sorry, let me stop. Whoever said that that road is virtuous, that really means you have to be set apart and have high standards. Like, I'm sure the virtuous woman wouldn't even allow her kids to be on any pole in her house because she's a reflection of her virtuous husband as well. So that's what's usually the case. Two are one. So that means they both are virtuous. And that husband would not allow that or such things to be in his house because it is a reflection of him in the streets, on social media. It wouldn't bring that type of shame or taboo to his household. So, and she would definitely co-sign with him.
Ari, if you was talking to son that was in the video, what would you say to him? You on mute.
All right. Can you say that again?
If you was talking to Duke in the video, did you see the video?
I only seen the end part of it when he was swinging around the pool.
Yeah, that nigga with his sons. What would you tell him?
You drooling. Straight up, you drooling.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, if
and
people, so Ari,
there's
most of the viewers are from down south.
all
So
right.
what does drawing mean?
Out of pocket? Is that y'all say out of pocket down there?
He wildin'?
You out there? Yeah. Because because like this is the same reason why a lot of people will say most is it you said most or
Minority, majority,
that
yeah.
extreme would say, oh, this is why females shouldn't be raising boys alone, or this is why they need their fathers in their lives because they start to do stuff like this, or they see their moms doing stuff like this and they act out and do the same thing. But, and then here he is swinging around the pool with his son.
That shit crazy. He looked like he took pride. He was smiling and all that. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, man. Okay. Now Lex. Perfect. You alluded to something. Cause I'm thinking about the landscape of that y'all dating in, right? This shit has a whole bunch of Sodom-esque, Gomorrah-esque, New Babylon-esque shit going on. And it's a lot to navigate, you know what I mean? Even over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, especially after COVID, there's so much that's transpired. Did y'all see this? Because again, I'm just looking at the landscape that y'all dealing in.
Men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one saying shit. And I'm fucking done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I ain't the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room. And that goes to men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No. That's fine. I want the video. You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay. I understand. I'm not calling.
What? This is what y'all dealing with.
These videos keep getting worse, Camp.
I
I'm
saw
because
that
when
one.
Shaw told me 2025, right? See, I'm looking at it, right? And I'm saying, okay, I showed the dating aspect and all that, but the landscape, the things that we accept. Let me ask y'all, and y'all can be honest or not, right? It can actually be rhetorical. Are y'all using people's pronouns
No, hell no, hell no,
at
No.
work?
no. I don't have to.
I do at my BK parties if they tell me something that they prefer to use.
See,
I do.
and you know what? Most people don't want to get fired, so they do too.
I make it a point to learn a person's name, then I don't have to use any pronouns at all. Like Mr. Green. Oh, hey Gladys. Or hey Mike. What or the last name usually works. Yeah.
Not if you put Mister in front of
Not
it
if
and
you
he
put
thinks you
right,
Miss.
right, right.
I
But a first name does work.
when I used to work in um a HIV clinic, that was
Mm-hmm.
required that we use people pronouns, the patients or consumers clients pronouns, because it used to, yeah. So
Yeah.
Mm.
with that type of community, the community I was working with, we always had to start off by letting them know our pronouns and then hearing theirs, and we had to use it.
Hmm. I'm just looking at the landscape because when Sarah brought this to me and she said, dating now, 2025, I want to, because these dynamics seemingly creep into who you can or cannot couple with,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you expose people's worldviews rather quickly,
Mm-hmm.
like things are coming to you, right? Where you see this. So let's say, like I've seen people go on like gym dates, something a little bit different. And now let's say me and Ari on a gym date, and that nigga go walking in the locker room. The fuck you going? And she don't agree. Why are you talking to him like that? Because that's a him going into her bathroom. You heard, right? Like things get exposed quick now. You know, and the vetting
Man.
process is almost like it's even more chaotic. I would say
Mm-hmm.
archaic. I should say.
Both.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's hard out here. So who? So
Is
wife
it?
school outside. Dr. G outside. Lex outside. Saw it outside. Are you outside still? Or you want some huggy bitch? Okay. Well, both of y'all outside. Shit, Tay just came inside.
All right.
Girl, how you know I wasn't inside cozy?
Who?
The who out me? This is crazy.
That's what you look in the private chat side. Okay, that's why.
Um,
All right. Okay. All right. All right. So, but ain't nothing wrong with her. I don't know. Do y'all want to be outside, or would y'all like to be on some huggy bear shit?
Let's give
Most
it a
certainly.
time.
Oh yes, companionship, amazing. But like you said, the right person is so detrimental to your trajectory forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Hey,
older women, we don't have time to waste.
hey, want to be outside? That shit is.
girl, tell me about it.
Sorry, that shit's not cute.
It's cold
So
out here.
All right. So hold on.
he's
I wasn't paying attention. I'm too busy like laughing in my head.
It's cold out here.
It's cold. Sai, you like it out there?
it's ghetto.
It's ghetto. Ari, you like it outside? Ari said, nah. Hey, Art, you gotta talk. They ain't gonna be able to hear you nodding or shaking your head.
No, I apologize. No.
Lex, you like being outside?
I mean, I don't really consider myself outside, but I mean, I sit on
Well,
the porch every now and then. That's what I'm doing. That's my outside. I sit on the porch.
you said on the last podcast you trying to work it out with old boy and all that. You know what
Nah,
I mean?
I had to scratch that because he crashed out. So
God damn.
Yo, wait, no.
Put him in the fucking bed. Get him out. Put him in the.
You not about to escape
You outside,
it.
Look, and look, I went on the porch, and you see what the hell happened. I brought my ass right back in the house. I was like, oh no,
crazy.
I really had high hopes. I mean, and I wasn't trying to work it out with being with him, but
Put him in the
relationship period.
Put him in the fucking.
But that's just prime example, like how fucked up it is out here to be for real, for real. Crazy.
Nigga done crashed out in 3 days, man.
Like, man.
Damn. Okay. Johnny. Nay, what's good? Nay in the building, man. We miss you. Hope all is well. We know you're doing your thing, grinding and all that.
Hey, Nay.
Hopefully we see you soon.
Yeah.
So the landscape look crazy. Now I'm just Googling or Instagram and shit. Well, a lot of people's like send me these videos, honestly. So is how would you guys, if you had to rate the landscape that you went from 1 to 10, right? In or were in, right? What would you say it is?
2.
2?
That's some shit.
Sadia?
I really didn't understand the question, so
Like the landscape of dating right now from the scale of 1 to 10. 10 being good.
okay. I want to say about like a 5. It's like
5.
5, 6, yeah.
Average.
Mm-hmm.
Wife school?
I would. Okay, maybe this is different. Maybe like as far as a woman that goes to church and serves God, that landscape is really low because it seemed like a lot of people are checking out. They don't want to do it. And maybe for the average person that isn't serving, in church with a different standard, I would say this average, like Miss Shot said.
So you go to church, what is it?
Mm-hmm. I say it's a gay's like 0. I didn't go there yet.
Oh.
No.
3.
Saying the niggas in there.
Right.
Oh no, it seems like there's not a lot of men there. The men that are there,
right.
In my church at least, there are men, but it's just not a lot.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Niggas don't. G, what say you?
Perfect.
I'd say it's about average.
Give me a number. It's
4,
like,
5.
Don't just speak plain. Like
4, 5. Average. Come on, hell.
You got a doctor.
You said 1 to 10. You said 1 to 10. Average is a specific number. That's 5, sir.
Average is not a specific number.
Between 1 and 10 is not?
No. Average is 4 through 6.
Shit like that.
Perfect.
Oh, well, I did say 4 or 5, so.
Yeah, she did.
You put a doctor in front of a nigga name, boy.
It's all right. She's having
They
fun.
they expect you to know you gotta be a rocket scientist, okay? You gotta know
Shit.
everything. That's
Real shit. Hey, Dr. G, my cousin is a neurologist, and my
Mm.
father he hurt his foot. He like Jessica, I hurt my foot. What you think I should do? She's like, Uncle Ham, I don't know. He like,
I'm
ain't
a
you a doctor?
psychiatrist.
He's like, yeah, a brain doctor.
Yeah.
right.
he gonna wave her off like he know more. All right, man, you don't know this. Come on, son. You wear suspenders, my nigga. Like you don't, you know what I mean? You come with concrete on your hands, man. Like,
Um,
oh man. AC from inside looking out. What would you say the landscape is?
I don't know. I say
It's a broadcast. See,
it's looking like a 4.
a 4. Okay. Ari, do you still live in the Philadelphia Camden area, or you moved out of there?
Yes, I did.
How is it out there now? I just was out there now. What's the landscape?
Mm-hmm. I got a 4 or 5.
Put him in the fuck. Put him in the.
Ari,
Put him in the fuck. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get.
what's the landscape out there?
4 or 5.
Put him in the. Put him in the. Put him in the. Perfect. Put him in the.
It's 4. It's about a 4 or 5 average.
She said what she said.
Ari,
yeah.
or lower.
3.
Perfect.
I ain't arguing with it.
Yeah, she snow. She said, "Damn, okay, I was over such." Yeah, that shit.
Trash.
It's Snoop Dogg shit, right?
Put him in the fuck.
Becca, what you say? Inside looking out. What you think?
Sorry, it sound like a 3.
What you
It sound
see?
like a 3.
So you would agree 3?
Yeah, sound like a 3.
Lex, since you in double dutch mode, one leg in, one leg out, what would you say?
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? In that list of Proverbs 31, this is what I'm doing. Hey, so it's about a 4.5.
4.5?
4.5. Because I live next to the military base, so they come in and out, but it's just
That's
too
what she
many
said.
and you ain't got time and all this other stuff. So
Don't the military got the highest divorce rate?
yeah, but I mean, so there are the retired, and then the newbies be coming in too, the ones that was at other bases, and they come, and then so it's always like that. Living next to a military base.
Wow, wow.
That's why I gave it 0.5.
That's crazy because it's still a 2 here, and I'm down the street from Andrews Air Force. So
Yeah, but see, wait a minute. This is the difference. Say, Air Force is different than military Army. Everybody can't get in the Air Force. There's a lot of people that do get into the Army. So
I hear they call the Air Force the cheer force. There's a lot of smart people in the Air Force, but it's really like don't do too much.
I just find out for it.
Thank you.
now it's different. I lived in Dover, so yeah, it's different from living by Fort Hood.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps this channel the most. So, do we need to go through Proverbs 31 line by line?
If we're looking for the list, then yeah, because
it'll be helpful.
Yeah, all we did was give our opinion, so we should know what the commandments are, I suppose.
Who gonna read?
Go ahead, Dr. J.
I'll read.
Start at verse 10.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh diligently with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She brings her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night.
Sorry.
She layeth her hand to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hands to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry, her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she is to be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Mm.
What y'all think?
Beautiful.
You know, a couple things jump out to me. That women scorn thing. You know,
Mm.
when I read verse 12, it's a thin line between love and hate. What do y'all think about 12? Or you know what? Let me sit
No,
back.
can you stay on that one?
Okay.
So when I was reading this and just considering um, how rare the Proverbs 31 woman is, this is why I said that it's not something that we would probably see a lot of. To say that she does him good and not evil all the days of her life means that even before she was married to him, she was a wife. So the things that she was doing from childhood on up were things that when she's with him wouldn't reflect poorly on her character, on how she maintains herself. Even while I think Dr. G asked, is it extend to when you're single? And it does. It says that she would do him good, not even knowing who he is, but the way that she behaves should be in such a way where you won't be ashamed to say that that was my wife if you go back and meet people who knew her previously. Because all of your life that's the real preparation for being a wife.
So
Yeah,
go ahead, Dr. G.
yeah, no, that's what I was intending to come out. Because as I mentioned, when we were initially stating the virtues, I kept hearing a wife, a wife, a wife. So I wanted it to be clear that this is not just about a woman who, has been blessed enough to be in a matrimonial state. This is for all women, and a particular women of a particular nation, but this is for all women.
Damn. So what does she do when she did the whole phase thing?
The virtuous wife doesn't have one.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Hmm.
But shouldn't have.
Wait a minute, Hamp. What did you ask? What
Doesn't
did
have
she
one.
do?
Yeah.
You asked what does she do, or what was your question, Hamp?
Yeah, let's say she lived it out in her 20s or whatever the mantras is, and she had her whole phase. I seen Insecure, so I know that it's a thing. Um, and then he go back to her hometown. Niggas doing this when he walked by with her, or she can't bring that nigga to homecoming because niggas is tapping each other. What can
I
she
mean,
do
and
then? Go ahead.
that's the question I would pose. What happens to? I mean, are these the ones that Love C alluded to can never achieve, this status? Because I was going to ask earlier, so what do you do with the women? So this is for a particular woman. Not all women will excel to this level. And so what happens with the other women?
So
And
no. Oh, I'm
and
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, and is there any purpose um in all women striving to be this when we know that only certain women will actually achieve it? Now, I kind of asked that question tongue in cheek, okay? But I just think we need to be very, very clear about what it is that we're saying when we talk about these virtues and how they apply to a woman today. Not the woman back then, but the woman that has to live in the environment today. And so that's why I posed the question, not necessarily because I'm ignorant to the answer, but I think it needs to be stated emphatically.
I honestly think that there's a scripture that says, whatever a man soweth, so shall he reap. And that goes for women too. So if you may or may not get married, but if a person doesn't deem you wife worthy because of what you sown, don't get mad at what you're reaping. Don't get mad that you're not getting consistent relationships. Don't get mad that you're not getting commitment because you haven't done the work as a woman to even show up on the radar as a wife. You can if you want, but it may, like you said, do I look back into her past? Well, okay, well, that may be that lowers your chances because that guy may not be entirely sure about you. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do our part, and like I said, teach a young woman or having a dad's at home. All those things help a woman better curve and fashion herself to have the idea of a wife as opposed to just being out here loose, listening to music or the friends or whatever, having a whole phase, whatever. Those things are gonna um won't have you have price like a ruby. Like you're not gonna have those prices of a ruby. You probably be on the clearance rack, as people would say. And that's just the hard truth about it, but I'm not saying that nothing's impossible because God, he can do the impossible, but it does put a stain on you, on your character.
What makes the woman that had sex with 10 niggas that had no intentions for her compared different from the woman that had sex with 2 men that had no intentions for her?
Nothing. That's why this is so hard to attain, right? Because it has to be something that's been carried along all that time, right? But what I like the way you asked the question, Dr. G. Saw said it earlier, it's something that everybody is striving, that you should strive for, right? This should be the goal. Just because you may have had you may have made decisions in your life. Maybe you didn't have the information, maybe you didn't have the home set up, maybe you didn't have a whole bunch of things going in your favor, but the minute that you get information, you're then responsible for what you do with it. So as women, that may mean that um just reading through it, like I was challenged myself at all of the things that she was able to do. You don't gain a skill set like that the day that you get married. That has to be something that you've been raised and trained to do, right? So when you look and you see I have a deficit here, then that means that you have to say, listen, I need to surround myself with people that have the know-how so that I can learn how to do this. It doesn't make you it doesn't mean that you can't be a good woman. It doesn't mean that you can't be a wife, But I think what this does, I love it because it's a blueprint that helps you to level set when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, am I this? Right? Am where do I measure when it comes to this? Where do I have room to improve? And it becomes a personal thing, not a badge that we like say we stamp on ourselves, right? But it says here that her children will rise up and call her blessed. Her servants in her home will know that she wakes up early to care for them. She gives charity and hospitality. So people around you should be able to speak to that, right? So that's something I think that all women should strive for and can strive for. But I think the likelihood of you just finding a woman that does all of these things and meets all of these qualities, it's rare. It says that it's a rare. Who can find her? That's like literally how it starts out.
I have a question, Mr.
Go ahead.
Well, how do you feel like, okay, so it appears to me that the Proverbs 31 woman, she's not idle. She seems very intelligent. And it seems as if we've put this stipulation on women that their education means they're unmarriageable. So as a man, would you want your woman, or do you think because she's educated that, or she has some knowledge of things, and can you use that as a wife, or is that woman that did go to school to learn about real estate or culinary, like, do you see that that woman is marriage material? Because a lot of women today, I think we do have education and things like that, and we pride ourselves with that. So do you think that fits into that man's kingdom in the household?
My wife has a PhD.
Okay. And so I know that you're not intimidated because you've encouraged your wife and pushed your wife
Don't
to
use those words
go.
with men,
Don't
right?
use it.
Why are you saying men are intimidated? Y'all weak as hell.
No. I'm just saying that's what men say. Or
They
women
don't say
say.
that. Men don't say they're intimidated. That's what women keep saying. Why even say that?
Oh, maybe I said the wrong word. Maybe men don't like that a woman might
We
be
just learned
educated.
from Ari. It ain't what you say, but how you say it.
They just don't care. They just
Well, I'm not saying it in a mean way. That's what I'm saying. I ain't telling you to get the F in the car or
You
things
can't
like
tell
that.
a
Or
man he intimidated in a nice way.
Right.
You say, "Oh, Hamp, you pussy."
oh, you
You
can't
have to
say that.
prove
That's
that.
horrible.
Well,
I,
that's
mean, I
what.
wouldn't even say
Well,
that.
it's actually a good moment. It's a good learning moment. Man intimidated, you might as well call him a pussy.
Oh well, don't say that, ladies.
right. We don't do that.
But just with that notion that educated women are undesirable or not marriageable,
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't apply to you, obviously, because.
Well, just to clarify, let's quickly clarify it. What it is oftentimes there's an assumed disposition that came with her level of education, right? There's like a ego thing that is that the stereotypes that comes with that, right? You know, so now she can't meet the the charge of that verse we just read, right? Lording over him, doing all those things, right? Get like she starts to lose those other aspects, which would then disqualify her. That's seemingly what the stereotype is. Not the education itself, but how she may lord or carry the fact that she has the education.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that becomes like undesirable to men,
Change
essentially.
that, lady. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and so in a society where we have, all the numbers of women who are aspiring to higher degrees and this sort of thing, how do we ever reconcile that with this? You know what I mean? And they
It reconciles, Dr. G. This woman is no slouch. It reconciles.
no,
She applies herself. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. Okay, so I guess what I'm asking is, if her education and going through that process has produced in her these behaviors that are not sought by a husband, that are not wife-like, that are not Proverbs-like, right? But we note that these are the behaviors that are coming from these women who have gone through higher education, who have, aspired to be in that environment. So are these women just the women that are not that? They just are not going to be that. We just discount those women in terms of being the proverb woman is what I'm asking.
I guess I would ask you, is the answer in the question? You're asking, she's now has these undesirable characteristics from that pursuit. And so if that's within the question, that's probably the answer. If men don't want that, but that's what came with it, she would have to ask herself, if you have to absorb undesirable traits to get it, what's more important, the plaque or the portrait?
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't mean to imply that she had to. This is what I'm kind of piggybacking on what Wife School said in terms of the educated
I'm
woman
listening.
and how she doesn't necessarily fit this mold. And my question is more because this is what's happened today. This is where we are today. We're talking about 2025, right? And so all of these women, they're just you have these things, you've acquired these behaviors that you had to acquire in order to climb the ladder in your profession, and now it's rendered you some kind of way for the community, the family, the wife. So they're just out, it's done, no go. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, Dr. G, this is my question, because you kind of said what I was saying. So this is what I would ask her. If you have to absorb these undesirable traits to be successful, what is more important, the plaque or the portrait?
Does she know that she has to do that, or is this something that just happens as a means of going through that process? You're going through a process to attain this, not even realizing that it's shaping you and molding you into something else. You don't realize that. That's not what you're pursuing. You're pursuing the degree, the better life, the efficiency of being able to take care of yourself. That's what you're in pursuit of. Never really realizing that you're cultivating a shell that is probably pushing you out of matrimony. But you don't realize that's happening until it happens. Right?
But
I'm not saying forget wife. I'm going to be a leader in the world. That's, that's not the choice. It just kind of all happened at once, I guess.
But what do you do with it when you figure it out, though? Like,
who said you figured it out?
Well, I will say this. If you're trying to get into a relationship and be that wife and you have these undesirable traits, he gonna point them out to you. No doubt he gonna point them out to you. So what are you going to do once you have that information to change it?
Change your behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not that any of these qualities are irredeemable or whatever you picked up you can't change. But I don't know if any of y'all ladies have seen
you said it.
It's a lot of folk in it, but what's the name? Not Julie. Is it Julia Roberts? Because her and that other girl look alike.
I know what you're talking about. Mona Lisa Smile.
Okay. So in the movie, that one girl, she was telling her because she was so smart, and she was like, you can go to Harvard, you could do all this stuff. And she was like, I know. And she was like, why won't you do it? And she was like, because that's not what I want to do. She wanted to be her I think they got married. Husband was going to be a doctor, and she knew she was smart. She knew she had all that stuff, but she wanted to be a wife and take whatever she had to add to their relationship and just add that, but be a wife. She knew that's what she wanted to do. Even though she was smart and could do all this stuff and go to Harvard, she knew that she wanted to be a wife. And if you had none of that stuff, what she learned even in college was pushing her to where she felt like, oh, well, now I'm going to change up. because she already had that foundation there. So I think before we get to the education part, as far as like, oh, you learned all these traits. Did you learn all those traits just from 4 years, maybe 10, depending on your whatever you're doing? Did you learn all that in 10 years versus you having a whole life before then and you learned certain characteristics? If you could turn it on and off then, you could turn it off on and off now. So I just don't like the education part or whatever just changed so much. I think it's more of life and things you go through that have changed versus the education.
Right. Alexis, I feel you, but like it or not, when you go through that process, it changes you. That's a fact. Right.
Yeah.
And
Like
you use the term you said irredeemable. She's not irredeemable. That's not what I heard. When Love C was breaking down her understanding of the verse, I didn't hear irredeemable.
Let me correct one thing. It's not possessive. Her understanding, her breakdown was the
understanding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just going back to the
Absolutely.
verse, Kant was highlighting verse 12 of the woman not seeking to do her husband evil, but good all his life. So what does that do? That means I'm going to meet that need. So if he needs that wife, can you meet that need? Can you put yourself in that mode? We pride ourselves sometimes to say, oh, we can multitask, but when it comes to certain things, we don't, because we may not, like you said, we may not have learned, or we don't know how to turn it off or whatever. Or like you said, I brought work home. So we have to unlearn to relearn. And it's not a bad thing. It never takes nothing away from you. You can still be that beautiful, educated woman. But now that husband, he's going to praise you because you've known how to formulate it in a way that it fits inside under his leadership and under the leadership of God. Because once you're honoring your husband, he's going to honor you. It's all, it's a big, big, big happy family that we have. And including God into that is like, we don't want to break his heart either. You know what I'm saying? So if he was gracious enough to bless us with one of his sons, we don't want to, dishonor him as well.
Wife School, I have a quick question for you. I understand that I didn't want to cut anybody off because I understand everybody's having the conversation about the whole intelligence. And it's not saying that obviously the virtuous woman and the one talked about in Proverbs 31 is dumb by any means, but where does it say intelligence?
Well,
I see wisdom.
Yeah,
but I don't, that's not the same.
Well, she has wisdom. She has intelligence. She knows how to raise a family. She knows how to put her hands to work, which is she knows how to sew. She's a merchant. She's an entrepreneur in a certain way. She looked on a field. She said, "Well, that looks good to buy," and she planted food on it. So that means she has some intelligence of growing. She knows how to nurture her family. You know what I say? By the work of her hands and by moving around. So that. She has been educated in some way and she's applying that. Well, I have a green thumb, so let me buy this land and things like that. So she's using her wisdom intelligently that profits her and those around her,
So
and that's, go ahead, love. Sorry.
So having a trade and intelligence are like the same thing. Education and intelligence are the same. You should be very educated and not be intelligent. Intelligent is a very it's a specific word. And I guess I'm very semantic, and that's why I'm questioning where does it talk about having to have an education or as far as intelligence. Now, educating yourself on different tasks, duties, trades, I don't see that as intelligence. I just see that as persistent willfulness, being assertive, but not necessarily intelligence.
I think intelligence is really like putting your knowledge in application. To me, you know what I'm saying? Because you can attain all the knowledge in the world, like, okay, yes, I've obtained this knowledge, I'm this and that. But if you don't apply it, it's like you're kind of wasting it in a sense, so it's intelligent to be utilized. That's how I see it.
You're just using it as objective. I get you. Okay. No worries. I understand.
I'm trying to be objective.
Yeah, 'cause I was just about to piggyback off of white school to like even like the intellectual part. I feel like that still is needed when it dealt into her being strong because it's like if you're looking for this man and then you find this man, you're gonna want him to produce stuff and you're gonna have to have that intellect to help him. Because if you don't, it's like you're fruitless and it's not gonna go nowhere as far as the program or whatever's he trying to do.
I'm
But
sorry. Intellect
When I
as far as what? Sorry. I need to understand that a little bit better.
like, so if he has a business, you would have to have some type of intellect to know how to assist him as of running it. If it's you learning how to bookkeep, do customer service, or whatever it is to be an asset to him, I feel like
Mhm.
you do need intellect, like to be able to assist him in that.
I agree with being knowledgeable. I just the way that you guys are using intellect and intelligence to me is different than how I would use it. That's why I said I think you all are being objective with the word, which is fine. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure I'm understanding correctly. No problem.
Yeah. Because I
How
don't
would you
think
use
the
it?
when we
average woman went and got her degree. I think she was.
Right.
I was just saying, like,
what
so I
happened?
feel what Rebecca is saying. Like, I don't
Yeah, it's not, but it
I
doesn't
don't think
even.
those
I don't.
characteristics have
See,
anything to do
I
with
got,
what
let
we're
me
adding to it.
let's
My
frame
bad.
it. The work she does is in service of,
Right.
is in service to. It's
Mhm.
less about her
Right.
Mm,
and more about what she produces for her household, including the people that work for her, including her children. And so she has a trade, which back then we can assume that's the education level that most people would go into, right?
Right.
But she's in service of and in service to, right? And her husband is exalted by her works and has never been embarrassed by her ever. And make no mistake, when he's among the elders, he's revered. That meant a lot back then,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
They easily frame him pretty quickly, right?
Mhm.
So and I think that's the stark difference. She getting those
mm,
degrees for her to exalt her, and
mm,
then how much value does that have when it comes across as such? And like Dr. G was saying, you have to feed yourself, you have to clothe yourself, you have to do these things, you have to be able to fend for yourself. But that's how it comes across. And so, what's the dynamic when you add that to a man?
Right. I
Yeah.
recognize the conflict. I want to be very clear about that. When I look at the virtues, none of these things are necessarily acquired in a college or an institution of higher learning. Um, and so when we take that fact right there and leverage it against what's happening today in 2025, when you have all of these women that have been pushed to go this route for the benefit of being able to take care of yourself and never having to lean on anybody else and being self-sufficient because that's the mantra, right? that's that's
mm,
that's why you're pushed that way, so that you can have all these qualities that don't require you to need anyone else. Okay. And so my question is more of how do we apply that today based on where we are today? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I don't
So
think college has anything to do with it, but it is a fact of what we're looking at.
And
That's where we are.
And that's what I
so
was saying. Like, I didn't get to finish my thought earlier with Lex. Like, I mean, with Rebecca, I wasn't saying it. I was agreeing on the intellect part because you do have to have like some type of wits about you. Like, common sense, like, ain't that common these days. So it's like you you gotta have something.
I
Mm-hmm.
understand what you're saying. Again, the word intellect to me means something different. But I agree, you have to be knowledgeable. You have to know trades, stuff like that. Things that you have to be skillful. That's all I see it as. I don't necessarily see it as intellect.
It don't even gotta be a trade. It could just be like
I don't. So,
whatever
sorry,
you
Yeah,
do.
skills. Skills. Yeah,
I ain't
it's
gonna
cool.
lie. I like my guys to do what I tell them to do. So when they go out on their job, you wrap it like this. I own a moving company, Ari, just for context. You wrap it like this, you load it like this, right? If you get A bright idea, don't. Because I've mastered this thing. So as soon as you start trying to think out of the box, we waste time. All right. Well, what if we load the? Don't. See, you fucking up already. Oh, when I was at 2 minutes in the truck, I said, "Don't say that again. You'll get fired on the spot." 2 minutes in the truck is terrible. Right? Don't bring these ideas to me. I don't care. I perfected this thing. Do it this way. You know. Oh, coach, I don't. You stupid. All right, 4 yards off the ball, 2 yards outside. But coach, don't. You'll be on the butt coach on the bench. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's very interesting because I could get with it. Like I could get with what she's saying, but I still got a little pushback because it's like, of course, they're gonna listen and they're gonna move it, but it's just like it don't mean they always gonna follow. They gonna be able to follow the directions that you give them. That's for one, and then for two,
Sound like a problem.
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I have some type of bits about you. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm saying them not doing that, not just not you saying they just not gonna listen to the instructions sounds like a problem.
Right.
They don't know how to. They like, you know what?
Because okay, here's the thing. What I get out of this is, despite your knowledge, skills, and abilities, okay, if they're not tailored in a way to help that man, whatever man is yours, and you're not helping him and you're not being supportive, then it's a problem. Like, so, because I think Hamp used an example one time about how he called plays or something. And it's like, you could be the star player coming from wherever. But here, right here, you abide by these rules. And this is what you do. And, you're in this ranking, whatever.
And that's what I've been saying. I never disagree, but it's just like, you still have to, I don't know what y'all.
We got to make adjustments.
I think you can even be educated. So I agree. You need the intelligence, right? You need common sense. You need the intelligence. And I think that even having education isn't a problem because that you can be educated. But the thing is that it's not, we don't have the ability or where things get misconstrued, or I don't want to say misconstrued. Where we have an issue is when we say, I've pursued my desires, or I've taken the path that people told me was best for me, or I've made these decisions, right? And then we're saying, like, now how can I fit this into what God will have for me to do? And it never works that way. Like, the creature wasn't created for the creator. We're to do what it is that he will have for us to do. So in order for it to be right, you have to say, now I have to strip off the things from me that don't allow me to be what it is that I need to be. This woman had a level of humility that's like unsurpassed. It says that she worked with her hands willingly. Like, she looked for things to do. Like, I'm getting wool for winter, I'm getting flax for linen in the cold season, like in the summer, and I'm gonna sew for my family, for my children, for my husband. And you know what? I'm gonna produce more. And then after they're taken care of, I'm gonna go ahead and sell so that then I can do something else. But everything that she did was directly tied to her husband, her family, and her children. And I think if we're looking at today, to be completely honest, Dr. G, I don't think that many women want to give themselves to a man and to a family in that manner. They would like to have some sort of balance where it's like, I have my thing and then we have this thing over there. And that's not who this passage describes. And I don't think that I don't think that it's even something that, like, I don't even know how you would reconcile that. You know what I mean? Because there's so much that I think you would have to give up to be able to actually meet this specific, and I'm saying just specifically in what's in this passage, right? But I think that there's still, like I said, it says in here, many have done well, many have been virtuous, right? And so that may look like something a little bit different than this, but I
So
think that it's attainable. I don't think that that makes a woman a throwaway because she has education, because a lot of what this speaks to is character.
right. And when you begin to apply the work that's mentioned in the passage to more modern day sort of things, it
Mm-hmm.
might look like a teacher or a caregiver of children, or somebody who has a garden that feeds the community, or more things that we see every day in our regular community. And so that's where I'm trying to move it to. What does that look like for the woman who perhaps wasn't raised under this scripture from as a child, but came into the teaching, came into the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge? So what does that look like 2025? That's really where I'm trying to go with it, trying to make it more pertinent for where we are today. I'm not rejecting any of it. I want that to be
Mm-hmm.
clear. I'm not rejecting any of it. Um, and I recognize that in order to be a wife, whether you are having a family or not having a family, in order to be a wife, there are things that you have to submit to, period. And I know we don't like the word, but it's just a fact.
Let me say this, Dr.
Um,
G. Let me say this because we understand it, right? Because I think
yeah,
I
I
hear the will to, the want to, like, make it make
hmm
sense. So my wife has the doctorate in education.
hmm
Her specialties in special ed, right?
hmm
She works for the moving company,
hmm
right? So when a
that's what it
man
looks like.
when a man coming out, it's lucrative, right? So she sees the value, you
Yeah,
know. But I need her to work for the moving company. I could do, I would say 90% of it by myself, right?
yeah.
But I don't have to do 90%. So now it allows me to do this. It allows me even a little bit more time with the kids, etc., etc. You know, because I
hmm
don't have to always be on a computer or always making the calls. I don't have to go to all the events. Because I know she's gonna duplicate my exact effort as opposed to somebody outside. And we have a couple other people who do sales too, but the things that matter, I'd rather send her to. You know what I mean? To like have those conversations and such. So I think the willingness to sacrifice,
Yeah.
even up to and including your life's work, when you
hmm
attach to a man that you want to be his wife and him be your husband. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like. And I guess that willingness is uh TBD.
Right. Right. Because I think being vulnerable around it, um, and understanding that you might have to part from it. I mean, and in my opinion, honestly, who cares? If I'm under his covering and he's taking care of me and I'm lending myself to his business and it's growing us, who cares, right? I don't have to go out and travel across the country for work. Like, let's keep it real. I'd rather not do that. I'd willingly give that up. I'm just saying the vulnerability that it takes when you've already become a person, right? You've already sort of ended up in this position. And now to say, okay, that's not what you need to be doing. These are the notes from what we talked about. If this is what you're aspiring to, all of that is no more. And I'm just saying, where's the man that's going to be patient enough for that to work out? Who is this wonderful man? And can you please introduce him to me right now?
Nobody feel like that shit, Dr. G.
I just,
You better expedite that process. I got time for that shit.
what do I need to do to expedite it? I lost something
All this
somewhere.
patient shit you talking about. You know what you want. You know what you need to do to be her. That's an intrinsic thing. That's an internal thing. You need to go ahead and expedite. You want to see, because that's the thing, Dr. G, that scuffs my Timbs a little bit.
Tell me.
Where's the man that's patient enough and then you get to subjectively choose whether or not he patient based on how he responds to certain behaviors. You said you was gonna be patient with me. Well, my nigga, it been 2 years, or or it's been 6 months. Like, so y'all get to move this thing to where that ain't enough time for me to. Nah, you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Run with me or run from me, but you're not going to impede my progress.
Right.
And
It's
also ask
scary.
yourself, are you giving that same
Mm-hmm.
patience?
It's
Are
scary.
you giving that
It's
same?
scary. It's very scary.
It's only
You
hard but
know,
fair.
yeah, we won't say it's unfair. We're talking about God's word, right? So certainly, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just to have been going the wrong direction for
Ever.
Yeah.
ever, and
Mm-hmm.
now you know the right direction. But and do I even have the? Can I even? Am I even up for this journey? Am I worthy of this journey? Am I up for this journey? Am I going to be able to complete this journey with success?
You gotta know that going in, sis.
And that
I,
Yeah.
you
and
can't you
I looked at
can't
a
no,
scripture.
come on, y'all. I feel like sometimes we speak in platitudes. I and I'm being
But,
respectful, y'all. I'm really trying to understand this. This is like really near and dear to my heart. But
It's
I
Dr.
gotta know
Yeah.
that I gotta know that going in. Like, come
But
on,
you
like
don't.
what does
But this
that
is the thing.
mean?
This is the thing, Dr. G. It's not a. It's not a. I'm listening to you and I understand it, right? Because you've
Okay.
given yourself over. Not you, but like if you've done that, you've given yourself over to that. You likely have a something in mind, right? That the way that you wanted things to go, and now you're like, I'm gonna have to strip myself back, to
mhm,
be something else, and it's like I'm starting
mhm,
all over, but I'm starting over with rebuilt habits, right? I'm not starting from scratch. I'm having to like go against myself to create a new person, right? And that's a difficult process. So I think in modern day what that looks like is being honest with yourself about,
mhm,
you know what is this going to look like for me, and what can I realistically do, and then finding somebody, or working with somebody to to yourself to say like I'm at a deficit as it relates to being a wife, right? Because
mhm,
sometimes we try to find that balance in what we've accomplished, but you have to say like, so that means I have to work urgently and diligently to pick up whatever other things that it is that I need to work on. And it may not be a getting rid of everything like Hamp just described. His wife has education, right? So that means that same everything that she's learned, it benefits their children, right? It benefits them being at home, what she's able to teach them, what she's able to do. But I think the thing that makes it so scary is that the whole world tells us that what God created us to do is not valuable. Even men will tell you that what God's
Mm,
created you to do isn't valuable. I'm not about to have nobody sitting at home, not doing nothing and taking up space when really, when him, I cringe when you like, you got to give up your life's work because to me, um, when you're literally cultivating the people that will be the next generation, like you're raising somebody else's boss, somebody else's spouse, that's a life's work. That means that everything that you do, everything that you are forming the people that'll populate the work. That's the life's work, tending to the man who is like literally providing for you, like the person
mhm.
that makes the world go around for you, to be able to say like I'm responsible for ensuring that everything else in his life outside of that is easy, as easy as it's possible for me to do. I think that is the thing that the world has told us is not important. That you need a break from it. That you need something that's more fulfilling, something that pays a little bit more, something that's more tangible. When in reality, every single problem that we look at now is all a result of the people not putting what's right in front of the home as the priority. The schools, because your parents aren't there, the children because the father's not there. Like it all starts within the home. So it's really the most important and the most fruitful, the most foundational thing that you can do. And you wanting
I
to
agree.
embrace it, like being able to do it, the fear is just what society tells you that is not important. But really it's in you. That's why you like, yeah, I would give it up in a minute to be able to do that. And
Absolutely.
That's why that I think that drive is the thing that will help you to be successful even outside of the fear, because it's just the unknown.
Yeah.
And you know, it's
And if
every
I could just say this real quick, Tay, I didn't mean to cut. I respect you, sis. I didn't mean to cut you. Like what you were saying wasn't significant. I just feel like, well, I respect you. I didn't mean to cut you.
No worries, love. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I concede to Love C's point. If women agree that that's the life work that is uberly valuable, I just don't know if they see it how you articulated it. See, that's why I was saying that they're gonna have to put down these the things that they think are their life's work, right? That the society has framed as, you going up the corporate ladder and things of that nature. But you framing it like that, I concede to that. But they would have to center everybody else and not themselves. And I think that's the part that's hard to achieve. I mean, and it's, you know what it is? If you scared, get a dog.
I can. Okay.
What?
Well, the disqualify is the first verse.
A big one.
Who can find a virtuous woman? So who's gonna step up? Who wants to be that girl? Who want to be that it girl? Who want to raise the next generation? Who wants to infuse all their knowledge into their children and their community to grow it? And we've seen that that's where the big attack has been in the family. That's where we are now. That's why the dating looks crazy, because we don't have families. We don't have good families to marry into, because we're all broken. So who is going to step up and do it outside of the comfortability of, I did everything my own. I got my own house. I can walk around whatever the way I want. So yes, it's, challenging and, a little fearful, but that's why you're doing it unto the Lord. Like, you're basically a wife and you're cultivating yourself in his instructions, and he's going to bless you. He's not going to bless you with trash. We only end up with trash when we try to do things our own way. We step ahead and we're like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy. He buff. Oh, the 6-figure, and then we end up back on the curb again, like, oh man, I'm heartbroken. I give up eating ice cream and depressed. So it takes time, like Alex was said, like, it takes time to cultivate that confidence and to be able to say, I know that I can, meet the need, meet the job, because we'll do it at work all day long. We'll put in that 40 hours, we'll do the overtime, but can we translate that to our families that really need us, that next generation that really needs us? Who's going to stand up and be virtuous to do it?
Let me read these real quick. John with the $5 says, this nigga about to write a book. Kurt with the $5 says, an issue with education and women is they have the pressure of achievement, but not the pressure of provision and responsibility. Hey, yeah, with the $5 says, did he getting an education and career give her the undesirable characteristics, or did she always have that disposition and exposed now? That's what Alexis was saying. This shit ain't just start because you graduated. Harrison with the $5 says, having a degree doesn't mean you are smart, considering how many educated women get played by men without degrees. Keeps it 100 with the $5 says, I'm convinced Love C is the oracle. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let me show y'all this, man. Now, this is less popular, but I think the impact is great here, right? As we explore Proverbs 31. Who gonna read? See, you gonna read again?
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26. Go
The
ahead, see.
husband of a good wife is a fortunate man. He will live twice as long because of her. A fine wife is a joy to her husband, and he can live out his years in peace. A good wife is among the precious blessings given to those who fear the Lord. Whether such men are rich or poor, they will be happy and always look cheerful. There are 4 things that scare me: vicious rumors spread around town, a gathering mob, false accusations, These are all worse than death. But a woman jealous of another woman causes heartache and grief. Her tongue lashes out at everyone. Mm. A bad wife is like a yoke that doesn't fit. Trying to control her is like holding a scorpion. A drunken woman is an infuriating sight. She can't conceal her shameless behavior. You can tell an unfaithful wife by the bold and flirting look in her eyes. If your daughter is determined to have her own way, keep a close watch on her. If you don't, she'll take advantage of any chance she gets. If she's too self willed, be on guard and don't be surprised if she disappoints you. She'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. A gracious wife is her husband's delight. Her abilities make him a stronger man. A wife who doesn't talk too much is a gift from the Lord. Such restraint is admirable beyond words. A modest wife has endless charm. It is a quality too precious to measure. The beauty of a good wife in her well kept home is like the noonday sun shining in the Lord's sky. Her beautiful face and attractive figure are as lovely as the light from the sacred lampstand in the temple. And it's like gold shafts set on its silver base are her shapely legs and strong ankles.
Go ahead, see.
Some manuscripts.
My child.
My child, stay healthy while you are young and don't give your strength to strangers. Search the whole land for a fertile field and plant it with your own seed, trusting your own good stock. Then your children will survive and grow up confidently in their confident of their good family. A prostitute is like spit. A married woman who has affairs brings death to her lovers. A lawless man will get a godless wife, as he deserves, but a man who honors the Lord will have a devout wife. A shameless wife enjoys making a disgrace of herself, but a modest wife will act modestly even alone with her husband. A self willed woman is a bitch, but a woman with a sense of decency honors the Lord. A wife who honors her husband will seem wise to everyone, but if she dishonors him by her overbearing attitude, everyone will know that she is ungodly. Fortunate is the husband of a good wife because he will live twice as long. A loud-mouthed, talkative woman is like a trumpet sounding the signal for attack, and any man who has such a wife will spend his life at war. Wow.
Did this start at chapter 25?
This is chapter
26.
26. What people also don't know, this is considered the Apocrypha, but the original King James 1611 version has these books in it also. You can actually buy the 1611 as well. It was removed by the protesters, the Protestants.
Protestant.
Right. So this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirch, Sirach. Now
That was
these,
really good.
yeah, and this type of thing have a little bit more tangibility in my estimation because this is exact behavior that we justify, deem okay, warranted, whatever the case is.
Hmm.
This is what I was thinking about when you brought up the other verse 12, like the disrespect and the not honoring him. That's kind of what I was thinking about because it was like no matter how you feel, you don't bring evil onto that man. Like you're not supposed to act out or, despite what's going on. So that's what this that whole section made me draw back to that.
Scripture interprets scripture.
Because we can be
So thing, it sound pretty tough.
No, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's spot on because that's what we do.
Mhm.
If
Is
we
it
lack,
hard to do? Is it hard to achieve? Not doing these things?
I don't think so.
I think it's
Um,
countercultural. So it'll be you might find yourself alone, but I don't think that it's and I think that it takes a level of discipline. Yeah. So I don't think that it's simple, but it's not easy.
Right, right. Because you have to unlearn
Yeah.
things before you read,
Yeah, you definitely need a
especially
recalibration.
big age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adjustment.
You
and
have to
that's
be
why I
ruthless
appreciate
with
the word.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I appreciate the word because it allows you to align yourself with it, and you it's a direct mirror. And maybe nobody else
come
has to
on.
tell you, but if you're like, wow, I talk too much. Am I shameless? Am I like a sounding trumpet attacking for the city? Like it's like, yeah, chick, you're kind of crazy, but I like that it brings a moral sense and a moral compass to that woman, and it makes her more, prudent. She's cautious of the choices that she makes now and cautious of the choices that she's going to make that will affect her in the future. So I just think that scripture is very important.
So let me ask you guys. This is 1 John 5. I want to read. See, you gonna read?
Yeah. Whosoever believeth that Jesus is the Christ, is born of God, and everyone that loveth him that begat him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God? This is he that came by water and blood, even Jesus Christ. Not by water only, but by water and blood. And it is the Spirit that beareth witness, because the Spirit is truth.
Hold there, see. So, what do you guys think about these first three? Do you think doing this will get you closer to Sirach 26 and Proverbs 31? Or are we still playing the game of choice about keeping his commandments and then trying to tell him we love him at the same time?
No, it goes
We
hand in
have
hand.
been
Sorry, there was two people talking.
No, I was just saying it goes hand in hand. You can't pick and choose. If you believe
Mm.
in it.
Right.
I think we make things hard on ourselves by thinking that we supposed to be just figuring this shit out. But there's express and written instruction. I think the subjective nature causes us to err,
Mm.
and it was gracious when and Dr. G instantly understood why I said it when she said her understanding of the breakdown of Proverbs 31 when it was the understanding in the proper breakdown,
Right.
right? Because now if we get to frame it how we please,
Right. It
now I
doesn't
can
work.
spin it. Yeah.
Right.
It makes us more uniform so that it makes us more identifiable and distinct from the woman who isn't being cooperative or things like that. So as far as Illa, he was saying one time, he said you can't tell the good woman from the bad woman. So we do have to make that choice, even though it may be straight and narrow. It will what I've read or what we have read tonight, there is a big payoff. There's the love of your husband, you're prosperous, you have a home, you're surrounded by your children. So there is a payoff if we see it that way.
What if it wasn't payoff?
It is a payoff that your
What if it
family is your
wasn't?
payoff.
What if it wasn't?
It's still what
What
you
if
say.
it was
As,
all
as far
stressed?
as what?
Yeah, like
Well,
so.
that's just life.
Them kids is bad. Husband ain't shit. What you gonna do?
Your duties.
Yeah, we gotta do your duties.
Hmm.
Well, it's
Because you
important
said
that
if
you're
you
doing
love
it
the
first.
Lord,
Yeah, for God. That's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
That's the important thing.
exactly.
Because whether your
Hmm.
husband does what it is, whether he does what he's supposed to, or what you feel that he should do, or whether your children do those things, when you stand, you give an account for yourself, right? So I'm
Hmm.
accountable for me.
Hmm.
I'm
Same
accountable
thick
for
as
my
single.
attitude. That's why I say you have to be ruthless with yourself, right? Because the like the Bible says, if we would judge ourselves, we wouldn't be judged, right? I was right
Hmm.
all the time, if you ask me, but
Right,
nobody's
absolutely.
asking me, right? So God, that's what it means when they say God knows my heart. So he knows whether you put your full effort into it. He knows whether you were
Hmm.
actually being dutiful because you were doing it to please him, or if you were doing it for the sight of others. So that's when
Right.
the rubber really meets the road. When we're not comparing to your spouse, you're not comparing to your best friend or Instagram. I'm just saying, hey,
Hmm.
I'm stripped bare before God, and can I honestly say that my intentions are what they should be?
Hmm.
That's really what makes the journey personal, where you can be successful in it when it's about you and God.
Question, Rebecca. You think there would be strength and solace in us being a monolith?
I think there would be for sure. Because if we don't, I think of things just like if we don't stand for anything, you fall, or you stand. If you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Type of mentality. So if we pave the way for like the younger generations, then we give them that um, kind of that road that look, this is the right way, not this way, not this way, but this is the way that we need to go in order for you to reach the goals that you want in life. Be married, especially for the ones that are spiritual, for sure, that believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Anybody else? Same question.
I agree with her. I think we would have more replications of good families. I can say, well, I trust Alexis. Her sons seem good for my daughter because we grew up. We come from the same beliefs. We have the same values, and that's what really makes relationships very successful and secure. Is those core values that the man and women share, and as of right now, it doesn't. That's why we said, well, how does the dating landscape look? Like, oh, it's a 2, it's a 4.5. Like, it's just like trash because we can't come together and align with other decent people, or at least it's harder to find them because we all don't. We're just all over the place.
Yeah, and I think when people hear monolith, right, they think we're trying to take away individualism, right? But we understand people are going to be better or worse at certain things, right? But the structure and foundation doesn't waver, which raises the level of accountability for all. And that's where I see the pertinent value of that, right? And I think we would get further faster if we had the same baseline understanding so we can hold each other accountable and support each other. See, that's the other thing, right? I can safely send my kids to your house if I know we have the same baseline and understanding and we agree on what's right and wrong. When you don't have that, you trust also goes down. And I think that's where people are missing it. But if Saad is going to be a teacher, right, and I don't have the same proclivities, I'm not going to be a teacher. You see? So those things still exist, you know. But where the rubber meets the road is where we agree, and I think that would be helpful to us, you know. But not to say everybody does all the same, you know. People have their values, right? They have their strengths, um, you know, and we see it in so many communities where they are monolithic in their baseline understanding, and they we see success come from that. Like I'm still impressed by Dearborn, Michigan. circumventing a terrorist attack, right?
Hmm.
Because Dearborn is like 99% Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Dearborn during Ramadan, the restaurants don't open till 6 or 7, whenever the sun goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to, like the LGBT storm, they were able to, you know, evade it or deflect it because the whole town has the same understanding, you know? And so I just see that and I'm like, damn. In Chinatown in New York, they got in trouble for making their own police department that wasn't sanctioned. In
Mm-hmm.
Chinatown, you can go eat there. You can't bring a business in there though. If you go to Seventh Street in Northwest DC, the entire block is Ethiopian owned. They buy up the entire block. They all make hookah lounges, right? You know, the pricing is damn near the same. The product, the people are all Eritrean or Ethiopian for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're kind of insulated and they making money on that block, hand over foot. You know,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I just see you know, I just
Absolutely.
see the value in it. You know, so I don't know, man. I don't know if it's easy because, like Dr. G's overarching premises, we didn't grow up knowing this shit. So now what? Now how do you get a 30-year-old to say, I'm going to change this overwhelmingly? Fuck it. I'll be quiet too. Y'all can be quiet. Fuck it.
I mean, if you want to, you got to have that drive and that will to want to change things. I think that's another issue that people have is having the will to want to change, especially if it's been working for you or you feel like I could just go back because it's been easier for me. That's
Why,
why
why I love bacon so much?
bacon,
Yeah,
baking or bacon like the pig.
like the pig.
Oh, who's y'all?
Turkey bacon.
They got beef
Right,
bacon
turkey.
too.
Oh, beef bacon's good too.
As they said, it was good, and that's what we had for breakfast on Saturday morning.
Smelt it. Mhm.
But I've learned in my adult life that I shouldn't be eating it. As
Girl, tell me about it.
I don't know, man. What y'all think, man?
That
2020.
community part is huge, though. Him, I'm sorry.
Talk your shit. Go ahead. I'm
I
done.
agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I just think the community part, that when you have the community, what it does for you is not only does it welcomes in people who may be looking to make those changes later on in life. They come into, they have an environment to come into where the standard is already set. So you don't have to worry about, you you're gonna be ostracized by the world, right? They're gonna look at you like what you're doing is countercultural because it is. But if you have just a few people that have that same mindset, that are building and doing the same thing that you're doing, you guys can lock arms together proverbially, and you can get some traction going, right? So I smile when I hear you talk about how your daughter's dressed, right? So it's good to have a community of people like that when you're telling your daughter, like, hey, I send you to school this way because your body is precious. It's not for everyone to see. You don't need to have on things that are little and tight and showing your shape. That's not becoming of you. You're a princess. Your body will be covered. The first person that'll see your body will be your husband, and a whole host of other people that are teaching their children that. So then when they get to school, they're not shamed about the way they behave. They're not
Mhm.
shamed about the things that they will or won't do because that's the standard for everybody around us. It makes your life that much easier when you have a community of people that, yeah, you got your own individual things because you have your family set up, right? But when it comes to the core of what we do and how we do it, that there's a standard that's set, right? So
Mhm.
then you don't have to fly across the country, Dr. G, because we send all our kids to you to get an education because we know you're going to teach them things that meet the standard that fits into our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it becomes a thing where you insulate yourself, right? And it strengthens you.
That would be amazing, bro. Like love. See, to that point, we don't need everybody to be a blacksmith, right? People think that's what we saying, right? And it's just like, come on, Sean. We need a plethora of skills to be insulated. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, but just imagine if we created a construct in which there was a level of virtual class, right? Whether it be tutoring or mentoring, to where the person you send them to has the same baseline. You feel safe as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they told my daughter, my oldest daughter, like one of the teachers she kind of cool with, so she because the DC curriculum is a little different. We only been here for a few years, so there's a couple classes she got to take that are like freshman classes, even though she a junior. And so in one of her classes, they call her auntie because it's all freshmen. So the teacher, the kids, everybody call her auntie. You know. So the teacher, cool, he a black dude, and it's like biology. It's a freshman class down here,
Mhm.
and so he like, I got you. So her grade is like a 99 or something. Older black dude. He be watching the podcast, but he's like, um, he like, your dad. He said like, your dad don't be playing, right? When I go to the school, I don't be nice, none of that. But I don't trust them people. So they gotta know if this girl right here, you gotta tread like, make sure you got, if she in trouble, you gotta make sure you got the proof, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm the
They
same way.
she gotta violate. He said I got a dress code violation, so I'm up there ASAP because I don't work for nobody. Go boom. What's a dress code violation? Oh, well, she had a hoodie. I said, well, did she have it on? What was the right? I'm trying to understand it. He made a mistake and stuttered, Dr. G. You can't stutter with me. Don't. I said, see, you're not even sure, right? Now we have an
Mm-hmm.
issue, right? So now you've brought her in the office to make sure she got written up for this, right? So now how are you gonna take that embarrassment back,
Mm.
right? Because it's not just about waiving it; it's about, okay, or do you apologize in front of her friend that you put her in the office with? Right? Like, I
Mm.
need all that to happen in reverse. If it's being reversed, it can't just be, oh, I made a mistake. That's not good enough. This is a little girl, right? Who you said was doing something wrong when she wasn't. Because they can't wear jackets, but they have the hoodies. Most kids wear pajamas. She don't wear pajamas, right? And I'd be just hard on them because I don't want to. I always take it the wrong way. You know, at least they
But
think I.
but every little thing is a chip. Every little thing is a little chip. The little chip here, chip there, mistake or no mistake. So yeah,
And it matters.
yeah.
I bet he tread lightly with
Okay.
her, like
Oh
they
yeah,
not to play with her because they
yeah.
know
Mm-hmm.
he got somebody in her corner, and I think that
Mhm.
Right,
makes a big difference.
They
for
said,
sure.
Absolutely.
they said there was a dude out at the bus stop. They was like, oh, the old dude walking back and forth. So I went out there. I was at the bus stop for a week with the AK-47. They like, think we're good now. Okay.
Yeah, gotta be security for him now. You secret
Mhm.
security.
I
Coal in
know.
my eyes and all that, because she get on the bus at 6:20 a.m. Be her. Like,
Still sleep.
I'm out there looking stank. At the time, I forgot the clip. I had one bullet for 3 days straight.
Doing no
Camp
damage.
is all you needed.
That's all I need.
That's what my
No
deacon says.
damage.
It. I said I got one in the clip for you. Just one in the
That's all
clip.
he needed.
You do got to
But do you
pull
know
up.
what
You got
that
to pull
does
up
for
in
their
these
esteem,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
you're gonna be good for life.
right? Because if it wasn't her and just you work for somebody, so you can't get to the school, so now you got to sit in the principal's office, and then you just go home with a piece of paper that tells the teacher side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've
then,
been
then
through
your
a lot of
parents,
those.
they at work, they stressed out, they mad, and now you just become one more problem. But it
Mm-hmm.
looks
Mm-hmm.
different when the children know, like, hey, I'm valued, I'm
Good.
special to my parent. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
treat me any kind of way. They're not gonna just believe you because you're an adult, because they know what they instilled in me. It's important that I honor my parents so they know when they show up here, I didn't do anything that I wasn't supposed to do. And then I got somebody who backs me to adults, what that does for their esteem when they go out into the world. No, my daddy don't gotta call off work. He the boss. So believe he'll be
Mm-hmm.
here. You
Mm-hmm.
know how kids walk around, that now their esteem is different, right? So when your esteem is different, what you accept is different. So you
Right.
think he gonna accept a
Mm-hmm.
little raggedy girl who don't know how to carry herself some type of way? No.
Yo, see this.
Mm-hmm.
See, look
It
at
changes
this, right?
everything.
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
yo, yo. See, there was one time I was on the phone, and she got caught with her phone or something, like the new phone thing down here in Texas, and then she had to get like it was something. She got in trouble for it, and then so I'm kind of on her on over the phone, like why, whatever. So she cried a little bit, and then the counselor, the vice president, whoever is, I forget, I think it's the vice principal, was like, "It's okay, it happened to other kids." I said, "Ma'am, don't say that." While she's getting scolded, I said, "Those kids, the aspiration of those kids have nothing to do with her. Her being a part of that group who got in trouble is not her aspiration." Like I had to check the lady from even coddling that, right? Give a damn what nobody else does. So even in that instance, to your point, see, I had to check. No, 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 that's them. You know, right? So yeah, man,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
And
these stars. I'm
that's
saying, like,
crazy. The
yeah,
dads are out at work, right? So that's why striving to be this is so important. Because
Mm-hmm.
you're out, you're working, you're the mother is usually working too, but you're the blood, you instill this in the children. You're the first builder of their confidence, the one who teaches them how to relate to people, teach them hospitality and charity and kindness and love. Like you send out into the world something, people like, oh, you have such a beautiful family and your children are so well behaved. You're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. Even if we accident, somebody peed in the bed, all that stuff happens at home, right? But it's not about the problems that happen in the home. It's about just teaching them even that, how to deal with the problems. Like you're building something so beautiful. As women, I think that we should be mindful to not let society or the world diminish what it is that we do and tell you that you got to compete with a man to be something else than what God made you to be. It's a problem when we don't believe that what God created us to be is a beautiful thing or something to be strived for or something that we should put our most effort into. We do ourselves a disservice. That's where a lot of the confusion comes from. We think we know what's better than what God created us to be.
hey, you got a question? Just all for that. Do you guys feel exposed?
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean?
Like, as in highlighting the fact that most women aren't that way? Is that what you mean?
Mm-mm. I went paintballing one time, and I had to run to the other side, and there was no cover. And so running across that field, I felt exposed until I got to the bunker and dove in.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you in terms of uncovered as an unmarried woman, no, that's no fun. Nobody wants to be out here like that,
Hmm.
in my
Yeah.
opinion. Uh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I feel slightly exposed. I mean, I was married, so it was nice feeling covered, that companionship. Um, Now I'm at the point where I said, God, if you bless me again, I'm grateful. If that doesn't happen, then that's okay too. At least I'm covered by him, and there's lots of things that I can do. And I'm tasked with my children, and so it's it's a desire, but I'm good with either way God takes it. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Everything's a blessing. Being above ground, being able to raise my children, pull up at the school and defend them and instill in them. It's a beautiful thing because this is a journey I've been on for a very long time. All the stuff I didn't know and had to unlearn, relearn. So I'm coming from a better place and a better heart set, a better posture. So I'm open to whatever he has for me. So that let him tell my story. So he'll always give me the best ending. So amen.
Do you feel exposed?
No.
You know, my wife left for like almost 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
all week and a half, because we had something very tough happen in our family on her side. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is the toilet paper? I'm like, what? Why ain't there no paper towels up here? Where are the pull-ups? Who the fuck gonna wash these clothes? It got cold out. Where are the sweatpants?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the sweatshirts for these goddamn kids? Who gonna do their hair? Like,
You will do it.
I'm like, when you coming back?
And the infamous, honey, where my socks? Where my underwear?
I
Yeah,
remember my
and
dad.
now it was a tough thing.
Where's
So
my
I
pepper
obviously didn't
soup?
say that, but what it did, and I knew this, right? But it's different when you have to go through this, you know. And so we had something tough happen, and so of course I'm not rushing. I mean, whatever, you know what I mean. And it wasn't. The kids are good for all intents and purposes. They decent. I ain't, you know. Rock really got a bad attitude. And Chug, I'm like, yo, man, stop. Me and him, I don't know. I gotta stop
That's your
doing.
mini me, so don't talk
It.
about
I
him.
know. I say, hey man, stop whining, man. I'm not whining. I said, boy, I'm a
Ah!
boy. Yeah,
Hey, at least he wasn't
yeah,
whining.
yeah.
Callie talks to me the
He
same way,
spin right
Ham.
around. He say, I'm not whining, Daddy. You whine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not whining.
Such a little man.
You know. Then we
Yeah.
throw punches. I'm like, all right, cool. You ain't whining.
Yep.
But
That's
but
accurate.
but what I realized is, right, the desire for her to be home, missing her, and then really having the opportunity to value the things that
What she does
she
every
bring
day.
on a consistent basis,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and exposed for me, that maybe not the right terminology, but I felt the gravity of her not being there,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I knew that things wouldn't be as seamless without her, which is a level of exposure, you know, because there's so many things that I had to account for that I normally don't, right? And now I'm not able to do the things that I want to do, need to do, have to do at the same efficiency because I don't even know where the toilet paper is. You see? Dead ass, Dr. G. I got stuck on the toilet upstairs, the toilet paper downstairs.
Look, that ain't dead ass. That's the shitty ass. Bro.
Lord have mercy. Let it be a lesson. Always make sure you got something before you go in there. If she
Yes.
Only motherfucker that came upstairs to help me was the dog.
now you
Good
talk
boy.
right.
The kids somewhere getting some snacks.
Dog
Oh
said
yeah.
best friend.
Where they was, man. You
Yeah,
know,
they was
and then
somewhere getting
the wrong kid come who get distracted on the way to do the thing you told him to do, so that don't work.
right.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you
Always
finally
Snacking
get some
on a
toilet
remote.
paper, yeah. By the time you get some toilet paper, your legs numb.
Wow. At that point, you should have just got in the shower.
You was asking a toddler, wasn't you?
The wrong one.
Yep. I already know it.
Look. And did they ask you for something when they finally brought it?
They
That
see
be
their favorite toy, it's over with.
I'm looking at Rock. I'm like, Rock, go get your sister. Okay. Bad direction. Came back with the wrong sister. I'm like, not Nori. Nori get distracted by everything on the way to do what she's supposed to do.
Everything. Then they come back upstairs like, what was it you wanted me to get?
Yeah.
What have you been doing the
Mm-hmm.
whole time?
I'm like, go get Big Baby. Big Baby? Yo, come on, my nigga. You heard me say it. Go get Big Baby, man. Big Baby will get the toilet paper. You know, so Nova take good
Yeah,
directions.
go down the line and get it right.
Like, yeah, man. I don't know. Shit ain't easy. To be exposed ain't a bad. I think it's something to acknowledge because, right? I mean,
Yeah.
these relationships are uberly important, man.
Absolutely.
You know, for sure. Whatever it is, polygynous, monogamous. Hey, man, shit. And being out here by yourself ain't it. That's what I do know.
It ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I do
It
know.
ain't.
You know, man, the clubs is trash. The food is trash.
Who goes to clubs?
Water,
Nobody.
trash.
Right.
Trash, bro. Now, when we go, like at the meetup, if we all go, that's more fun because 50 people in there. You know what I mean? Like that's a fun. Like everywhere you look is one of your friends, so you can actually party like before. You know. But when you just random, they done remove the dance floor, just put tables. It is the worst, bro. I'm glad I'm not young. I just look very young. Ain't that right, Dr. G?
Touche.
Damn, man. Perfect. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Turn on the AC now. Salute to Arnold and CJ in the building, man. I think they're gonna start streaming on Friday evenings, and they definitely stream on Sundays, man. Please go tune into those brothers. You know.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. What up, kid? With the 10 ounces. Great panel. May the Most High bless all you ladies with strength, endurance, and wisdom sought in your journeys. Thank you for other view. Great show, Sir Ham and the ladies. I agree, man. I think we really removed some of the like hyperbole, sensationalism, and
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes the more productive, the less people kind of stay in tune, which is how we know they love the gender war.
Mm-hmm.
They love the DMP, but I think tonight was uberly valuable, and I think whoever chooses to watch this back will gain some insight. Because Dr. G's questions, and it wasn't even pushback,
Mm-hmm.
just like, yo, how do we figure this shit out? Is
Right.
99% of us.
Right.
99% of us. So I love hog maws, Dr. G. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. I love hog maws and I love neck bones with cabbage or in rice.
Mm. But you don't. But you don't eat that anymore,
Mm-mm.
right?
You lying.
My grandma, she put turkey ass in hers.
Yeah, y'all can't. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Southern food overrated.
It's too much. That's what's wrong with us now.
Just get to that. Let's just
Yeah.
get
We
to
can
that.
always go vegan southern.
Nah, vegan is
I knew he was gonna do that.
Oh,
Agreed.
Hey, let me tell
Agreed.
y'all
I
something. Do
don't
not
care.
date no vegan nigga. Okay.
Go
At
vegan.
they got
all.
That
pescatarian, or what is
nigga.
what are the restrictions?
Yo, real shit. What's
He,
what's the term? Blurry? He gonna be blurry. No, wait. No.
That's
Zesty.
what.
Zesty.
Mm, mm.
Blurry.
you know what?
I'm
Champ, you
blurry, girl.
crazy.
That
Man,
nigga blurry as hell, man.
Blurry.
what is
Oh.
Blurry as a motherfucker.
Blurry.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Hamp, you got to get the beef bacon and then cook it and then fry your cabbage in the beef bacon with some
Yo, you know what I
peppers.
do? See,
Mm.
we got beef bacon.
Fire.
Kroger got beef bacon out here. But you know what I do? Try this. Get the beef bacon, fry it up, and then put it with, but do it with squash.
You gotta use it on Brussels.
Squash and
What?
zucchini. See,
Oh,
I'm
Brussels sprouts.
telling you. You get it
I
in there,
love
let it get, you steam it. You know what I'm saying? After you
Yeah,
cook up your
yeah.
bacon, let all that. Yo, my
Get them juice.
God.
I'm gonna
It
try
gra-
it. I just
The
the
made cabbage
taste is
tonight. That's why I was thinking about it.
okay. It's not
I'm gonna
similar,
try it.
but the squash absorbs the
the
flavor
flavor
even
of the
more.
bacon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to
I
try
Hmm.
like
squash.
zucchini and
Use
squash. I'm
Brussels.
gonna try it.
I
yeah.
like
Mhm.
sprouts.
Try it. It's
You said
good,
Brussels
man.
sprouts?
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is on
Mm-hmm.
the
Brussels sprouts.
very vegan.
and
Yes,
a
I
little
love
And
that.
feta.
that's
Nah,
a
you got bacon
keto.
in
That's
there.
a keto meal. There, you got fruit
Mm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
got your
Keto good
protein.
too.
y'all
Yeah.
sleeping
Yeah.
on that
Hey,
turkey.
get your cheese pizzas. You get those little individual cheese pizzas like that, and then chop up your beef bacon and put it on top of there instead of like pepperoni or beef. We got beef pepperoni,
Yeah, we
but
got beef pepperoni too.
fire.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's good, bro. It's good. Look at Harrison
Mhm.
talking about that's a no. Come on, bro. And then people say shit. Nah, man, I gotta have my pepperoni. What are you talking about, bro?
You won't even know. They won't even know the difference. Like, hey, we get beef salami. They don't know the. They don't know.
Why
Kids
you go?
don't know anything. They just
God, look at
they just
Side. Look
eat
at Side.
stuff.
I can hear Side now. I need my crab legs because this is crazy.
Um, first of all, brother, I don't even dibble and dab over there no more. Thank you. It's been 4 months.
Talk your
How
shit.
many?
Crab.
How long has it been, Si? How long has it
It's been
been?
about 4 months. So
Okay,
yeah,
Okay.
girl. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
but I got that's
Hey, do
just
y'all
me.
know? Do y'all know when the Sabbath is?
On
We
Saturday.
7 Friday.
Christians used to say Sunday, but
Start
it's Saturday, ain't it?
start Friday
Saturday, we
7,
could say
ends
Saturday.
Saturday at 7.
Child, I don't know.
Uh, hmm, no,
No.
but I'll send y'all the calendar.
Yes, teach
Oh,
us, brother.
Now that says a little bit more difficult to maintain because you got to work. You know what I mean? But you just do the things that you can do. So, like, let's say the Sabbath comes on a Tuesday. Um, if you got to go to work, you got to go to work, right? Even Jesus said it's good to do well on the Sabbath, right? But then you just don't do the other things. Like when you get home, you maybe chill, rest, study a little bit, watch TV. You could go to the gym. You could do stuff like that. Um, but like, don't cook as an example. So you kind of mitigate the fact that you are in a construct which you don't have the full control. And everybody's not a monolith, so you got to adhere to certain things. Unlike in Dearborn, where they literally acknowledge that, hey, 80% of us is, I need to open the restaurant at 6 p.m. because we all are, observing Ramadan as an example. So,
Mm.
but no, that's what's up, man. Any final thoughts?
so my final thought is how the principles show today. Focus on inner character, be good stewards of resources, trust in God, and be a source of blessing. And I think it kind of rounds out the virtues very well. And I also think that when we look at those principles and how they show up today, they probably did not vary much from how they showed up, back in the biblical time.
Mm.
So these are certainly things that we can do. I don't think it's out of our reach, but I do think it's important to have the discussion because some of us, and I'll just include myself because, some of us are just, kind of stuck and want to get it right and not sure how. But I do think these principles are attainable.
Mhm.
I do have a final thought actually. It went back to what Dr. G had said like earlier in the show about having some type of religious foundation. I believe in order to complete the task or to be the woman that we aspire to be, we definitely have to have that religious belief to get the directions and the instructions needed. Um, so yeah, I think that's important for everybody to search for.
Yeah, I'll just say I think we should be open to change within ourselves and recognizing the things that we don't see on that list within ourselves. And we know, like Leslie was saying earlier, it's simple, but it won't be easy. I know because I'm currently on that journey. But I think if your end goal is it's going to be worth it because this is the life that you ultimately, what you want. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement. I think we had a really good conversation tonight. And yeah, let's keep it going because I feel like we're on our way. As long as we acknowledge the behaviors that we see that are wrong, and we are listening to the men about what we should correct, then we're on the right path.
Anybody else? See?
I enjoyed the conversation. It was good to hear everybody's perspective. Dr. G, I enjoyed that question. It's really something to think about, like what it looks like tangibly. I was challenged when I was reading today. I was just like, man, there's still so much work to do. But I'm inspired to keep doing the work. It's a good work. And I think it's wonderful to have other women that acknowledge that the work is possible and it's worthwhile. So I'm excited to hear how everyone else is like growing and challenging themselves. And I want to see the best for everybody as well to reach whatever your goal is, however it works out. I'm excited to see that for the people around me too. We get closer to that community.
Somebody else?
I enjoyed myself tonight. Just encouraging the women to silence the noise of the culture outside of that doesn't want to be a wife, that doesn't want to take part in being virtuous and really take that journey, get closer with yourself, show yourself that love so that you're able to give it to other people. We're so busy giving it out so much, we don't know how to give it to ourselves. And that's part of it as well. So I'm just thankful for the conversation, DJ HAMP, and all you lovely ladies on tonight. It was my pleasure to sit and learn with you.
Great topic, Saad. Great topic.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah, man.
Very good.
And I think the key, you got something, Alexis?
Yeah. I ain't know if everybody had spoke. I was in the zone over here. But of course, God made Texas first. Everybody ain't gonna make the boat. I want to throw that out there. As we learning and relearning and trying to implement whatever that we have to encourage others, encourage ourselves, and prosper forward, I think that's a reality that we need to be able to take in this moment, that everybody ain't gonna make it. And so being that we know that we can't save everybody, what are we going to do, and what other things can we work on? I don't know if I'm going to make the boat or not, but I do take comfort in the fact of I don't liken myself to Paul too much, but God said his grace is sufficient. So whatever I can't obtain or whatever I do miss out on, I have faith that God's in my weakness, God will be shown as the strength in everything that I do. So I just wanted to throw that out there because everybody's talking all nicely and being all like, oh, we're not. Everybody ain't going to make the boat. All right. But everybody that's on there with us, hoist the colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think somebody about to say something? Say it now or forever hold your peace or whatever they say.
It was her final thoughts, so.
You can comment.
Nah, don't comment, Shad. No, sorry.
If it was me, she would have cut me off.
It's okay. We'll speak.
It is, Shad. It is.
Well, don't be holding back because we might miss
this nigga's scared.
Oh no.
Man, you smell something? I definitely smell something in my hair. I smell. Shit! Don't let me kill all you motherfuckers! Come on! Come on, let me out!
Dope. Let me out.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
You got rap. It's cool. But
That was too much. That was much. That was much.
You know,
Now he unloaded every clip in the.
I'm feeling good today, so I ain't got nothing to say. It's cool.
Yeah, let my sis right. She
Remember-
know what I said was right.
Remember
You
him.
gonna say like that.
Oh,
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
stop.
I just want y'all to know that I love y'all.
I took his time out. Get a hand now.
We love you too, late.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at Chuck. Chuck said that shit lame, right, Chuck?
Chuck know I be with you.
You so petty, Eddie, but it's okay.
Whatever, bro. Hey, man, look. Hey, I think I did a great job. It's a great conversation, and it's actually a tougher conversation than but because of how we conducted it, it was pretty palatable. You know? But keep it tall, man. Jesus said that, pursuant to Matthew 24, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. So people making assumptions about, yeah, I'm there. Nah. Remember, faith is a work, man. So you got to keep at it, you know.
Right.
And pursuant to Philippians 4, right? You can do all things through Christ. There were several people that were blameless, walking in the commandments, all of them. John the Baptist's parents, and obviously you guys know Job. You know? So you can do it. You can do it. And so just apply yourself, you know. I think we can get there. And I think one thing that makes the lady dope in Proverbs 31 is even the people, the poor, the people that need help, she reaching out. Right? If we a person that say I don't need to change to please nobody, that ain't her. That do what for who? It only serves you. It's like speaking in tongues. Can't nobody understand that shit. So who you talking for? Right? If you read Corinthians, Paul said that. I ain't taking credit for that. Chapter 14. But you only doing that to edify yourself if you ain't no interpreter there, right?
Interpreter. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's good, man, and I'm proud of y'all on Mondays. Yesterday I looked in there. I didn't stop in yesterday, but I seen y'all had upwards of. I saw like 25 in there, if I wasn't mistaken. Now it was popping, so I assume the conversation was spirited. But at least y'all did it right. You building on that foundation. So that's valuable. That's valuable. And when things get real, when things get tough, when things start to edify, you see people weed themselves out. Right? You see people weed themselves out and mind your own business. Right? The same people show up. Right? But when it's the bullshit, everybody there. Right? Somehow, when there's an argument happening, people know about it. Is that odd? Sherelle kicking somebody ass on Tuesday. The chat fill up quick. I'm like, it's so interesting. But y'all doing something good, and I think tonight was probably one of the most valuable episodes on This Might Be Risky. Arguably with the lowest viewership, probably too. But those things often go hand in hand. So, yeah, man.
The virtuous woman.
Yeah, that's the life.
Maybe a few people. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So interesting, man.
Away.
But go back, Sirach. You'll see Sirach, or you'll see Ecclesiasticus. So don't get confused with Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiasticus. It's the same book essentially. Go read the book of Tobit, chapter 4. You know, he's edifying his son, telling his son what to do and what not to do. Maybe I might do a fellas episode and kind of cover those. And then obviously Proverbs 31, you know. So interesting, man. Let me see. Any more? Harris Sam with the HAMP. Get your Instagram AI. I think it knows you, though. That AI be wilding, bro. But I can't respond to everything, man. I was scrolling today, like, God damn. And the AI be like, you know, DJ Hamp be spinning those dope tunes. I'm like, this shit corny as hell.
Corny. You gotta tell it though. You gotta tell your AI like, yo, that's really corny. Like,
unsend this shit. Nigga, is this a good response or a bad response? Like, what in the Zuckerberg is going on, man? God damn, son.
DJ
Yeah, DJ Hamp be done. Come on, my nigga. Talk like that's how Dr. G and wife school talk. I don't talk like that.
Yes.
like Chuck E. Oh, y'all don't get that reference. Never mind. Y'all don't get that.
I don't get it, but not too much of my girls.
Chuck E, man. I don't know that.
Chuck E. Yes, Fresh. What you talking about?
Yes.
Stupid moves, yo. That's a stupid move.
Absolutely.
A stupid move.
Stupid moves, yeah.
I bust some dope moves. I bust stupid moves.
What movie is this from? What?
Fresh. Oh, next time you run movie night, play Fresh. Fresh is good.
Yeah.
It is.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man. You're like Samuel Jackson. Whole life.
I was just gonna say you're gonna be like, all these people, I know them from whatever because they're much younger. Everybody's much younger.
Morgan Freeman always been old though.
Forever.
Not when he was on the electric company. When he was on the electric company, he was a young man.
I don't know what that is.
I don't remember that one.
Oh my bad. Let me be quiet.
He's been old forever.
He been old forever, man. Him and Samuel Jackson.
He just got old and older and older.
Samuel looks amazing.
Yo, you know, he don't have as much makeup on as y'all think, cause he used to be in McLean a lot because that's where the Capital One headquarters. So you know the Quicksilver. Remember he used to do those commercials. So he would be there every so often. They had 2 floors, and so I was like a relocation project manager. So moving him around, so he'd be in the hallway, you know, kind of casual, really, you know. But he looked pretty regular, like to be old as hell, you know. Salute to Samuel, man. That's what drugs do for you, I guess.
Well, that's what a wife does, because you just read it that his life would be twice as long. You read all of it.
Oh no, Samuel's on dope.
You didn't know what a tissue was.
What?
For a long time.
Samuel Jackson was on dope for a minute. So I'm just saying, bro.
Oh, this is
talk.
Hey man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Rebecca, don't forget to brush your teeth.
No.
Like, share, subscribe.
I'm out of here.
Tell a friend. We out, man.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls. When it's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now. Women ladies put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this our night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ Hamp gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. relationships, kids, new women just want, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Yeah, girl, we listening, don't judge. Listening, don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. Women's POV.